Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. Hey, 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 beautiful people. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. How are we, Ray? I hope everybody's doing well. Thank God it's almost Friday. I hope you are well. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'm just going to jump right into it. Yesterday we had a very long stream here. It was 3 hours, as you can tell from my voice. Still slightly tired because I'm still recovering from a very bad cold or flu, whatever you call it. So yesterday was quite long, but it was very interesting. I didn't feel it until I had to stand up. That's when I knew that yes, that was a bit too much for me. So today I'm going to try to take it easy and not spend so much time. Even though we never know when the time goes, all the conversations are usually very stimulating. Thank you, Temi T. Are you liking the picture? You liking the hair? If you like this hair, I have a hair video I'm going to shoot tomorrow. So you can see how I put this look together. If you like my pretty face, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Even if you don't like my pretty face, still subscribe. Daisy, how you love? It's so nice to see you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Neka, Film Girl. I see you guys. Welcome. So we're here yesterday having a conversation about women sharing what they wish they knew before they got married. Nigerian women, it was a trend among Nigerian women saying, I wish I knew this, I wish I knew that before I got married. And it got really interesting. Very, very interesting. And we're going to continue. Not exactly the same conversation, but it was an offshoot of that conversation yesterday because something came out of it. Oh dear, something came out of that conversation yesterday where I think it was Sam Olu that started the conversation around um 50-50 or something about 50-50, right? So there was a lot of people commenting, and usually I can't catch up with all the comments. I try to keep an eye, but it's very very it's not it's complex. I'm talking, trying to engage, trying to get my thoughts together, trying to look at the comments. It's a lot. So sometimes I do miss. I'm actually doing the work of a whole production company. If we had a proper show, we'll have somebody who is the producer. That I mean, people that will be looking at the text and the messages coming in, and I will just be talking. I'll focus on talking alone. But God is taking us to our permanent side soon. For at the moment, I am the director, I am the producer, I'm the chief executive, I am the everything. God is helping me. Sam Olu, you started Wahala yesterday. And then when the Wahala started, you ran. So I don't quite get where where that topic came from or how it started. I was trying to look at, that's why I was slightly late. I was trying to look at the comments on the live stream to see where it started from, but I can't quite catch how it started. But I know it was something about if your finances are in order and you can, get your finances together as a couple, then half of your problems, or maybe let's say 90% of your problems are solved or whatever. I don't know what the percentage is. So Sam Olu was saying something about how 50-50 does not always mean 50-50. I don't know if you can come and explain it to us, Sam. Sam, let me just share the link because, like I said, I know it was a conversation between you and the ladies, and I think Ola, man of prestige, was also involved in that conversation. I'm trying to pick up the conversation from the live stream. But one thing I can hear you right here, or I can see you right here, is you said man of prestige. It's not. Let's say the husband makes 100K and the wife makes 50K. Their 100 is not the same as 50-50, except 50% of their income. So I think what you're trying to say is that 50-50 does not usually work. Correct me if I'm wrong, because one person usually end up earning more. And sometimes the person that earn more or the person that earn less is not fair on them if you do 50-50. I usually very strongly disagree on 50-50. I think, I mean, is a man that marries a woman, is a man that marries a wife. And I think you're giving your power away when you start to argue about 50-50 as a hand, as the head of the family, as a husband, and as a man. I'm not saying women should not contribute, but I don't think it should be on a 50-50 basis. But different couples have different arrangement when it comes to finances. So what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. I think it's very important. One thing we established yesterday was that people need to have the conversation around finances before you get into a marriage. Who is going to be who? Who is going to be doing this? Are we going to have joint finances? Are we going to have a joint account? How are we going to be paying for our common bills? Do we have a separate account, then have, a joint account for bills or whatever? So I think my understanding of what happened yesterday. Okay, Sam is here. Sam, can you explain it to me? How did it start? Welcome. How did that conversation start yesterday about 50-50 or 50%, 50%? Koyemi, welcome.
Hello, hello, Buddha fam. Hello, everyone. Hello, Auntie B.
Hmm.
It's been long that I've come to the studio. So
Yeah.
I think yesterday when you were talking about, you mentioned something that he said is not a culture. One of the comments was talking about finances, and you now said, "Oh, that's not our culture," and I responded. I was saying, "Oh, monogamy is not also not our culture. It's that polygamy." So which was like a joke. So we now talk. What I mentioned when I mentioned about 50-50, I was talking about 50% or 50%, and I was having convo with man of prestige.
Yeah.
So what I mean by 50% or 50% is, let's say I said if husband is earning like 100K and the wife is earning about 50K,
Hmm.
that if they do 50% of their 50% of their income to take off their household income, it means that it's being fair and be fair and equitable for both parties. Unlike when the husband will say we both husband and wife, we are going to, let's say our expense in the house is going to be 50K, and you are asking we are going to pay 25K towards the expense. It means that that's cheating.
Right.
So my own, the reason where I own is coming from is fairness, and I want to use my own self, my family, as an example.
Yeah.
I was also mentioning that contribution doesn't have to be that because you're the man, you're going to pay the highest bill in the house. That it sometimes it has to do with what is your income. And I'll give you an example. When I first came to this country, when you newly come, my wife has been here established, and I was working in a place. What I was earning is not even half of my wife's salary, and I had to start from somewhere to be before I climbed the ladder. It took me like 18 months before I really settled down and get a job that was even paying more than what my wife was earning. In fact, I wanted to go into permanent job, and my wife was advising me, no, don't go and be doing contracting. You get more money. And within a space of like 6 months, my salary was able to double because I was doing contracting. And sincerely, I have never had any issue to has to do issue with finances because my wife will always tell me this is our household income, and he will tell me because she's already know how to pay all the bills, and I was just learning the system. Just say this is how much I'm bringing, and she will add the remaining because she and we are what we did then is to open a joint account. I have an account, although it's in my name, but we are both signatories to it. So
Okay.
what I do, I put. This is our household income, our expenses, and you put your put so amount there, and I'll put the balance. I don't even ask her how do you share it. It doesn't. She will just tell me this is how, and we put it. And one good thing about this is that, my up till now, my wife doesn't ask me for money that I want to buy clothes for my kids. I want to do it because we put more than excess in that account, not everything that we, so that when she needs money to do some little things, she doesn't ask me for extra money that, oh, I need money to go and do shopping for this clothing for school for this, because the money is always there to go and to pay all those bills and everything. I was telling somebody that at the time I don't even know how much we pay for electricity because she controls that account. In fact, there was a time we only have one card on that account, and that was before COVID. When I'm coming back from work, she will ask me, "Do this shopping, buy this," and then I have to buy separately for my own personal account. Now that's it. I will say, after I've dropped money, I'm still spending my own money. And she will ask, "Okay, let's go and get another card so that we both have a card on that account, which is outdoor expense." And we also have a household savings, because I'm not very good with money, but my wife is very good with money, and she is in control of the, even up to when we before we do our mortgage. If not because of her, I will have been, doing Father Christmas in Nigeria. She was the one that will hold me to my neck. Say, bring the okay, the remaining you can go and waste it if you like. And that is how we were able to, have a huge savings to be
Mm.
able to do our mortgage and all. That is it. Because if it's left for me, I always
Would
have
have
this
squandered it.
mentality that
Mm.
I always said, don't worry, the money we will always get the money. But she is always very, proactive about all those. She's on top of the money. That's why I say you are the finance minister of this house. So she just tell me we are going to do this, and this is how much you're going to be. And I don't argue with her, and I'll just say, okay, that's the, then I contribute. So we are there. So it's not about expressly 50-50. So there, when I
So
was
what
not,
you are saying, hold on, thank you very much,
mm,
Sam. Olu. I'm
mm,
getting you. You are giving us a very good example of how it works in your family, which is good. It's
yes,
very, very good. Thank God you guys are, there's always one spender and one saver. I don't know.
mm.
Most families are like that. I'm the spender. I can spend for Africa. So, but yesterday, I want to take it back to the conversation yesterday. You said that 50-50 is not always fair because one person earns higher than the other. So, for instance, if the woman is earning 50,000 a year and the man is earning 100,000,
Yeah.
then his own 50-50 will be 50,000, or it will be less. It won't make, I don't know. Let me try and explain it
No,
properly.
I'm saying his own 50% will be 25K. The husband 50% will be 50K. So it means that they are so they are having both joint in their expense or savings account 75K. So it means that the husband has 50K left for him, and the wife has 25K left of him. I said I said I came up with that formula. I was
Mhm.
telling Man of Prestige, I came up with that formula when I have colleagues, former friends who came. I called them I think you didn't get it well. I called Jaquarians. I just created that acronym for people that jackpot to UK. And some of them will call and be grumbling, I'm having this financial issue with the cost. When they were in Nigeria, only the husband was working and he's the one taking care of her. And now they now come abroad and the wife is not working, husband is working. And the money the husband is making is struggling, but the wife is not ready to contribute anything. And I say, why can't you, how much are you making? How much you are, why can't you do this way? With that, it's fair, And the wife was telling the husband, are you not the one that paying all the bills before in Nigeria? I said, but and she was saying, I don't know what she wants to do with her own money. So, they are having, so that was why I put that comment there, and I was just trying to suggest and helping in them, and I said this is what I would believe is fair enough, and that was what I was proposing. That, but for me, I never had any financial issue with my wife. In fact, it's very difficult for me to have financial issue with anybody, because I don't see money as something very spectacular. As I have it, I am ready to take responsibility.
Yeah.
That's it.
So thank you very much for that, Samolu. I'm getting the picture now. However, we took it further because we started talking about how so the people that jackpot their own is kind of a different scenario. Let me explain. When you are in Nigeria, a lot of families in Nigeria, the men usually pay all the bills. Okay?
Yes,
So there
yes,
are some families where the women are holding the family together, but majority, the school fees will be paid by the man. If they don't own a home, the man will pay the rent, and the man will still give the wife money for food shopping and all that. They'll buy everything. The men, they are more financially responsible for the family in Nigeria. However, Nigeria is completely different from Obodo. And I think that's the point Bio was trying to make. Unfortunately, Bio will not be able to join us today because he's away. That's the point he was trying to make. So when people are coming from Nigeria to come to the abroad, they are they need to have an understanding of how life works in the abroad, because Nigeria is different from abroad. Abroad, there are more bills to pay, there are more financial responsibility. So it will be very, very difficult for the woman to say, or it will be very, very unfair for her to say, like your friend's wife was saying, Shebi is you that be paying all the bills. I think that's where Ben got very emotional yesterday and said, our men are
yes,
going to know his
exactly.
brotherhood. His brotherhood is always standing gidigba for brotherhood. Our men are going through a lot. All these women, Auntie B, help us beg them, oh. Help us beg them, oh. They don't want to drop their paycheck. They want the man. Some men are doing three, four jobs just to keep up. So I think it's different scenarios. However, the people that live here, you are not. Uh,
Oh, I can't hear you again.
Give us a thumbs up, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Um, Thank you very much. If you haven't liked the video, please like. We are just setting the background for the conversation where it started yesterday. So I believe that the people that are coming abroad need to understand that they are coming to a different environment and have those conversations before they even jackpot. That abroad is not Nigeria. Okay, so everybody will have to contribute at some point. Just like you, when you came here, your wife was here before you. Of course, she was more stable. She had a job, she had her own place and all that. She would not expect you as a husband to just come from Nigeria and take over all the responsibility of the family, because it takes time for you to settle, for you to have a good job. So there are different scenarios. So the one we're talking about, I think the one that really got to a lot of people was the people that marry people that are already abroad. The odogus that are here that go to Africa to go and marry. And when they go to Africa, they may not be doing too well here because, now so everybody they hustle for here now. Maybe
Yes,
you're just getting by. But for the average person back in Africa, everybody in the abroad is rich. So if you've been throwing money around when you were going and you have a woman that you're interested in, that you want to marry, you want to bring here and all that, she thinks you are loaded. And in her mentality, she's probably coming here to make money for her family. And don't forget that the mindset of the average, not all Nigerian women, but the average Nigerian woman thinks my money is my money and your money is our money. True or false?
it's true.
Right. So again, that's another different scenario. So I think that's the one that that Bill was really emphasizing yesterday, that, and I said that it starts from foundation of the marriage. If you are going as a man to marry, I don't have a problem with you marrying from anywhere you want to marry. However, there's a gross misrepresentation of the average Nigerian that goes to Nigeria to marry. They do not tell these ladies, look, babe, we dey enjoy for here now because I dey holiday. Oh. When I reach Yankee, I reach Jand, it not be like this. So we dey work and you go work. Oh. The money no dey available like this. So before I come, I work, I save. If we go now holiday mood, everybody's always happy. We stay in a nice place. We wear our Sunday best clothes. We're in a holiday. So you need to now tell the person, hey, this is holiday mode, oh, pé tá bá débẹ̀, when we get there. So we now start talking about, I said, in my opinion, I think the foundation of those marriages whereby the person goes from here, especially brothers going to marry from Africa, is usually wrong because they present a false picture to their would-be wife. They make it seem as if, oh, everything is easy. I'm a big guy. I'm successful. I have money. I can't even count the number of women that have come on this platform to share their stories, telling us that when they came abroad, they realized that the guy they married is staying in a shared apartment. There's nothing wrong in sharing an apartment because I believe there are levels in life. Who share apartment today will fit buy house tomorrow. Okay? But you need to be honest. No, they do odogu. So Bio started giving us his own experience about marrying in the diaspora. That if you marry somebody who has some level of equity that bringing into the picture, is different. Number one, she's already abroad. She knows how the system works here. She's not going to say, because we are married now, you're going to pay all my bills, you pay all the household bills, you take care of the kids, and I'll just keep my money or spend my money on my family. So I think that is where the main conversation rests. Because in the other conversations around people that are jackpying, those people just need education about how the difference between obodooyinbo land and Naija. Okay? So the main one is about the ones that are going to marry. And even if the people back home don't understand, the people that are doing jackpot, experience is the best teacher in it.
Yes.
Experience will teach them very quickly. No, it's not like that. So, Brother Ben, over to you. You had something to say on behalf of your brotherhood before Samolu poured water on your leg yesterday. Ekabo.
I deal with our Ben today.
Beno, can you hear
I
us?
deal with
Unmute
Ben.
yourself, oh. Brotherhood.
Okay,
Beno.
Auntie.
Okay.
Samulu Alpha now.
I deal, boo.
I just accept you back into our brotherhood now when you don't clear the air.
Because I ran yesterday.
Yeah, you see my sisters then begin pull out all their weapons. You just took off, you leave me hanging, throw me on that just walk like that. Come on, bro. We are there like
You
that.
collect woto yesterday, Brother Ben.
Like bad,
I,
even body
I
they
said
pay me when I they sleep.
I said I didn't send you to the BPRO to allow me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you actually made it to the studio to clear the air because I was reading all the charts yesterday and I saw when you were doing this same breakdown analysis with Man of Prestige, and that's when it clicked that, oh, okay, actually, Samuli is making a lot of sense because, to be honest, I've also had my own experiences. And for our sisters that are watching now, please, let me quickly make something clear. I don't do either 50-50 or percentage or whatever in my home. Me and my wife don't play like that. I thank God I married somebody that understands me and I understand her. And money has never been an issue with us. But at the beginning, the first 5 years, I don't know if you guys can go back and watch Auntie B show. The first time I appeared here, I explained everything about my marriage, how I moved here, and everything, and some of the struggles I have to contain. And after the 5 years mark, God did his wonders. I've always been a focused guy. I started getting myself together, and money has never been any problem since then. But I've seen couples who come over, and like Auntie B said, I've seen men who went to Nigeria to bring wife, and in less than some even came in less than 2 years. Once the wife don't get in paper too, wife just divorced them. A lot of them are really collecting bass bush. And when we are in our brothers' hangouts, in the boys' hangout, when they share their stories and everything, I can relate because I passed through that same process. And money is usually where they first have issues. And Atibi nailed it because, just like Brabio said yesterday, the biggest problem is that when these brothers go to Nigeria, I don't know for that, I can only relate to Nigeria. So when some of these brothers went to Nigeria to marry, in Nigeria, where you are from abroad, everybody knows say you bring dollar. If you are from UK, you bring pound. So you the ball, whatever the conversion rate is always in your favor. So the ladies will just assume that, oh, more this na big boy, my husband, they America, now big man. And then a lot of these guys go back home to marry, and they won't tell the truth, especially about what they do. And
Ada for you, but
yeah,
Ben, just hold that thought. I need to read this. Let me quickly bring this in. Sorry to interject. Iroro said, I know the story of a man who will wear a suit and carry a briefcase each morning to go to work, deceiving the wife he just brought from Nigeria. She found out later that he's a taxi driver. Shengbo, it's not that there's anything wrong with being a taxi driver. Taxi drivers make money in the abroad, right? If that's your calling, that's no problem. But this is what I was saying about gross misrepresentation. Why lie? Why are you lying, Uncle? Why? Why are you wearing suits? Do you need a suit to drive taxi? You need a briefcase to put change. So this is the problem. Again, another thing I wanted to quickly bring in. Um, um, Somebody said it that people that are jackpotting need to know when you are coming abroad for both the man and his wife. I think Ago Lily said it. The couples who are coming abroad need to know if you are jackpotting with your spouse. Nigeria, you have house help, you have cook, some people have drivers, they have security guards, they have all the domestic staff. Abroad, you are on your own. It's me and my own. So a lot of Nigerian men who are jackpot, and that's why I don't usually encourage men who are already in their 50s to jackpot because it's difficult for them to change. 50 and above. It's better for people in their 20s, 30s to jackpot is better. But people 50 and above, people like us are set in our ways, So a lot of men in Nigeria are not domesticated. They've been married for years. Some of them has never entered kitchen. Some cook. There are some families where fathers cook, but it's rare. It's always exception. The majority, it is the wife that does the cooking, the cleaning. They have house help to help them. They have nannies to take care of their babies and all that. But if you are coming abroad, the same way that the relationship becomes a partnership whereby you are not only going to be the man paying the bills again, the woman has to help if she's working, and then you also will not have to chip in with the domestics. So you're not going to say, don't you know I'm a man? If my mama see me for kitchen, they wash plates, he go disown me. You can't do that. That's where wahala start. People think that when we talk about these things, they are it's minor things, but it's always the minor things that cause marriage breakup. So what I'm saying is that we need to be flexible when you want to jackpot. Women need to know that they will contribute to the household bills, and men need to know that they will contribute to taking care of their children. There's no nanny. You're gonna wash plates. You go cook, uncle. You go cook. You go clean. You go do laundry. You go supermarkets. It's all about understanding. Everybody needs to come down from their high horse when they come abroad. If that understanding is not there when they come abroad, wahala about that bad day. So I just wanted to make that that additional comment regarding couples that want to jackpot. Have you heard it? Samolu called them the one that are jackpotting.
Jackperians.
Jackperians.
Aquarius.
Jackperians. Please, guys, give us a thumbs up if you are enjoying this conversation. Thank you very much. Because 50-50 needs to, or 50%, 50%, it needs to be all round. The problem comes when you say, I'm an African man. Don't you know I'm an African man? My father did not wash plate. I will never wash plate, but you expect me to bring some of my paycheck to pay, to contribute towards bills. I will go to work, do my 8-hour shift, come back, and I will cook for you. You will stretch your leg. I will pack the plate. No, I will be burnt out. Even if no matter the level of grace that the woman has, she will start having resentment towards that man. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay, carry on, brother Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Auntie B.
Yeah.
So what I discover whenever we're like in men's hangout and they start spilling, like brother would say, if you allow people to talk, they will tie themselves up. So they'll start talking and actually they'll be seeking advice. And one of the things I pick immediately is that their woes started immediately the wife comes over, either she got pregnant, had a baby, or she started working. Now there while at the first start.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some that when the wife came over, somebody who used to live in a one bedroom apartment, they now have to move to two bedrooms. Some people move to three, and some of them that the wife comes with kids. You know, definitely like America here. Once you have kids, your living structure will change. You can't have like three kids and you want to live in one bedroom. No, you have to move to maybe two or three bedrooms. So as they are changing their living structure, the finances will go up. So once the woman start working, and please, my sisters in the comment, what I want to say now, don't just bash me, just listen, please. This topic is important, and that's why I'm happy Auntie B did this because people are having big problems in their marriages, not the established ones abroad. It's those ones that come fresh, they are just in their first 5 years, they are the one having a lot of issues. And this finance is a big deal. So what I observe is that once the bill starts growing, some of these guys, because some of them did not go to school, no certification, they are still on minimum wage or maybe something above minimum wage, they start struggling. And as they are struggling, they get to work more hours in order to meet up. And some of these wives that they brought from Nigeria don't understand the concept of contributing towards the household. They came because they are new too. So they came from Nigeria with that mentality that,
Yeah, because they've never done it
you are
before.
the man.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. You are the man. Why would you now say I should be bringing my money? Bringing my money for what? You know? So the plenty, some people can relate. The plenty, the
So,
fight
as a matter of
will
fact,
be.
Raben, some people should not jackpot at all. Some couples, they shouldn't. You see, that's why you have all these people making videos. Don't bring your wife abroad. Some people, some marriages are so fragile.
Yeah.
Abroad will expose your marriage. It will put your marriage to test. It will test your level of endurance. It will test your level of patience, and it will also test your level of flexibility and your ability to compromise. And when one person is always feeling that, okay, like the example you just gave now, I can't bring my money. Why am I bringing my money? Are you not my husband? If you know say you know rich to marry, why you can't marry me? Wahala bad day. When you're earning good money and you think the money is yours alone. Okay, carry on,
And to
bro.
me, I even have one example that a friend of mine who just moved in there with wife, and my friend moved in. He's the student. The wife is working. So I was asking, how do you now pay your balance of your school? He said, "Oh, my wife has been very cooperative, but I still do some. I do some jobs. I can only do 20 hours, and I was lucky. I met an agency that can pay into my wife's account because she also registered with them." So I do more hours, but my wife do more hours so that I was able to pay the school fee. He now said he has another family that are just moving, and the wife, the agreement was what my friend is doing with the wife before they came to this country. And they came to this country, the husband can only do 20 hours, while the wife will do more so that they can complete the school fee and after then maybe they get their permanent they'll get their sponsorship visa but the wife was not. They started having issue from there that the wife said, no, I can't bring out all my money. I said, but I can only do 20 hours. So because I now asked you, how do they manage their finances when they were in Nigeria? He said obviously the guy has been the only one working. And I said maybe the guy has not been nice to him when he was working. When some guys when they are living in Nigeria before they came, because they are the breadwinner of the family, they are the only one making money. They must have, not be nice to their wives in terms of, in their spending and all those, all the they might have not had a very good relationship in that aspect, and that is why they come abroad and money becomes issue. And back home in Nigeria, a lot of us, we treat our salary like a secret court. Most of our wives don't know how much we earning. I can tell you, even myself, before till I moved there, my wife doesn't know my full salary, but I had to cut part of it so that we used to do fine, but that one. So that when she wants to ask, it will be limited to what I disclose. And but I came here, I have a different orientation that you have to be open. And my wife has always very be open for me with me in terms of the income and everything. But me, I will still cut like maybe, just some money so that if I would say the money is finished, and so that is what is left for me to spend. So it is because we are not very open with our finances. But when you come into this part of the world, you very open with our finances. Like I said, my first 18 months when I moved there, my wife income is more than me, so she takes more. She pay most of the bill more than what I contribute. But the strategy we adopted over time when my salary now became more than even more than double, and that is because when I got the right job, moved to still doing contracting and all those stuff, and so it has always been that's the way we have been able to manage our own finances, and I believe
It's working
couples
for
can
you.
only define the best method of
Yeah,
managing their finances. It is not a straight blanket approach
yeah, for
to
everybody.
every
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, you need to communicate these things. It's very, very important. I was thinking yesterday evening, I was like, you know what? I think there should be a school, Jackpot school in Nigeria. Any
Yes.
couple that want to Jackpot, come and register for a 1 month school so that you will learn in the abroad. Jackpot school, the school for people who want to Jackpot. Come and learn. Because people, even when you visit sometimes, some people come on holidays. It's not the same thing as coming to live here. So they tell there are people that Shebi will go to America every year. It's no big deal. It's the same. No, come here, you will see. When you come to America every year, you come to Canada, you come to the UK, you don't pay bills like that. You come in here to do jaye jaye, you enjoy, do shopping, buy things. You probably stay in people's houses. Most Nigerians don't like staying in hotel. They'll say the hotel is too expensive. Go and be disturbing family and be cramping there so they can save all their pounds to do shopping. When you stay here, that's when you will know. If you sit down and record the bills that would pay, Ori Afe yi, you might
Yeah.
even want to reconsider, "Wait, should I come? I should kuku stay in my Niger. I'm managing myself." Do you see what I'm saying, Braben?
Yes, and to be.
Okay.
And yesterday, why I brought that 50% discussion up was that it resonated with me. And look, you're like, I beg again because I don't see all my sisters in comment now. Before
No,
now,
no, no,
come
no. They're actually
give me blow
supporting
again.
you. Forget about the
Eh.
comment.
So
They are
yesterday,
supporting you because it makes sense. You see,
yesterday,
Joy say, hold that thought, Braben. He said, Joy say, I know a man that pays all the bills and his wife believes a man should pay everything down to inner wears. She provided everything. Now he's retired and sick, and the madam is still not being bringing out a dime. So that's a very wicked person. May God not allows marry wicked people.
yes, so
If a
yes,
man continues like that in this abroad, oh my fair,
yeah.
it's not a curse.
And to be a friend of mine met one of our old schoolmates here in UK. The girl is not, according to the lady, she said, "Oh, I just finished building my fourth flat in Nigeria." And you know what? She and the husband, that's about 5 years ago. They don't have papers, so the husband does two works, and they get paid, and she couldn't work. But unfortunately, the husband do two work because of without the husband knowledge, she worked when the husband goes to work. She was doing some care job in the neighborhood, which the husband was not aware of, and she get paid without the husband's knowledge, and was sending money home to her mom to build the house. And he said he was saying, and I said, "You are not even. Don't you know I'm a man? If my wife should do this to me, I will not be happy." And she was, boasting that I've just finished my fourth flat. and she was not contributing a dime in the house. The husband was doing two jobs so that he can pay the bills, pay house rent, and all those stuff. And he said, my friend said that she could, the way her perspective about her changed, because how can a woman do that? So there are some women, that can be very mean, and there are some men that can be very mean with their finances. It's
It's
just
true.
all about communications.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
mm,
And it's the way they were raised as well. Some women, their parents tell them that, you are marrying. That's why all these preachers always, relationship codes are always talking about marrying people as a poverty alleviation project. And this is what Bill was hammering on yesterday. When you marry somebody and you are their poverty alleviation, especially men, they like that. So you know that this person, she's. I'm not saying don't marry people that have poverty in their family. We all have different backgrounds, but be ready to work to contribute. Not saying, oh, I'm working to send all my 9 younger ones to school and to build a house for my papa in the village. My papa never built house. He's 70 years now. If he buy, where would they bury him? And then all the financial burden of the family will rest on one person who is the man, because his husband. Husband. Cholori meji ni. Ah, Brother Ben, go quickly jump in before I bring Don Collins in.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Auntie B. You see, I'll just give a quick example of why I said I accepted that 50%. And let me just quickly tell you a short story. So there was this guy and his wife. He brought his wife from Nigeria too. Once the wife started working, she was working as a CNA, and all she wife makes in a month, they pay them bi-weekly. So she earns like 780 and about 840 second week. So it's just around 1600 a whole month. Why the husband was working at the entry level for USPS, because he's actually a citizen, and as entry level he was making around $18 an hour then. So once they start having issue of this contribute, no contribute, bring this, no bring that, they brought the issue to our attention, and I asked the husband, what exactly do you want her to do? And he said, she's making around 1600 a month minus overtime and everything. I don't even care about the overtime. I just want her to at least decide on what she's going to pay for, what she will contribute to the house. My sister, when we drag up and down, the lady said, okay, I go to drop 200. And if I collect my overtime, I go add 100, making it like $300. And as at that time, they were living in an apartment, not even now, this is just like maybe 4 years ago. They were living in an apartment, all their household expenditure plus utility, everything was around 2,700. So by the time husband was paying everything and he has nothing left, because by the time they remove tax, everything from his money, I think the husband was down to about $2,200 a month. So he's already in debt. He has a lot
Yeah.
of credit card debt.
Yeah.
Did he know rich? So I now ask the wife that, okay, that 200 or 300, how do you think this can help in this situation? Is it not being be man? Not being be man? Why you go even? They asked me to. So we went back and forth, and my belly no they take him. So I finally tell her that, look, let me just tell you, you are in America now for just about 14 months, and you are already showing this character. If you continue like this, I doubt if you guys will last 3 years, because one, your husband is already in debt. And credit card debt, not be everybody made. Like, at least my sisters in the comment, they can testify to that. Once you are in the credit card debt, the thing will begin to increase. In fact,
And
your
it's that, and the
credit.
gbese way is also hard gbese, because you are one entity. They will treat you the same.
Exactly.
If
So
if any company comes for you, they come for both of you.
So it took us everything. Then I was even begging her that, look, why don't you just at least, even if it is like $600, put towards the house? And then I talked to the man that, my guy, see what go happen. This area that you rent apartment, this is like luxury area. You never reach the level to date this area, even though you've been in America for at least, as at that time, it was like 7 years. He's already a citizen. Sometimes you have to check your income. Can
Yeah.
you maintain your lifestyle right now? So I'm
Yeah.
like, look, move to somewhere where
Mhm.
at the end of the day, your rent, utility, food, everything, we at least match up with your salary first.
Yeah.
Then whatever overtime you are doing can take care of something else. And besides, the overtime won't even help you. Why not figure out how to either get a certification or forget about school, go get some skills that pay $30, $28 an hour and stuff. But the bottom line of what I'm saying is that the wife can't fathom how she can earn $1,600, that is $1,600, and
Mhm.
drop $600. The thing,
Even if
anytime we
she
talk,
earned, Braben, even if she was earning 50,000, she won't still drop.
you see,
She will not. It's not because she's earning small. It
I
is a
think that's just selfish,
mindset.
man.
No, it's a
It's selfish.
mindset. A stingy person. Yeah, a stingy person is a Let me tell you something. Being generous is not about how much you give. It's your heart. It's from the heart. And any spouse that's not generous to their spouse is a wicked spouse. And that's why you should never marry the person in the first place. And that's why Bill and I were talking very strongly about checking the people that you are dating. I made a funny example yesterday, but it's not funny. When you're dating somebody, all they can give you for your birthday is singlets. Or if they try, they add tie to it. You on their birthdays, you go all out. You do something nice. You take them out. You buy something luxurious for them. That's a stingy person. It's not about how much you have, it's the heart. Because if you have little, you will sacrifice that little to build your family. But if you don't sacrifice little, if you have much, you will still not give it. Because in your mind, why should I be giving? You are my husband, you
Yeah.
are the man. So just continue to carry the responsibility. And in that situation, the husband in this marriage will start to have resentments. Did it not happen in your own case? The example you are giving,
Mhm.
were they having a good relationship with that?
Now the
Exactly.
thing dragged for so long, and then may God forgive me. Oh, they had to take the matter to the pastor, and even while the pastor talked to the lady that she should understand and everything, at the end of the day, they brought everything back to the husband. And she's your wife, you are the head. You just have to find out how to manage the situation. And the thing, no, they enter my brother here at all. So they have so much trouble going on then. But in a nutshell, they are separated now.
Of course.
And
I'm not surprised. I knew they would be separated because it usually affects other areas of the marriage. It will affect their communication. It will affect kerewa, which is intimacy. It will
Kiriwa,
affect. They
let's
will not be together because they are. See, if you can solve the problem of money and intimacy, you won't have any problem in marriage. Those two things are one of the things that usually break marriage.
yeah.
So I knew that inevitably the resentment will fester. And then you start to resent the person and look at it that you are, if you say you are my wife, you love me. Or if you say, so there are different extremes in this scenario. Brother,
Mhm.
and that example you gave is a really good example of a wife who's holding up to the little, she's refusing to drop the little she has.
Ah,
I've also heard examples in the US whereby those uncles that brought their wives, those ones that used to go and marry nurses or they bring them and send them to nursing school. They will also give their um they will give their paycheck. Ngozi, if she's here, she can call in and testify to this. Till today, they will give their paycheck to their husbands in America.
Wow.
It's the husband that will now say, okay, take this. This is gas money. Take this if you need to do small shopping. You know, both ends of this, sticks, they are bad. They are not good. It's not, I don't know, it's not working. If you find that those women, again, the ones that are submitting their paycheck to their husband who brought them from Nigeria, it's like paying them back. It's gratitude. You brought me here. Never mind that they've been in America for 25 years, oh, you
No.
go pay till you
Yeah.
retire. People are never happy in such marriages. They just exist. And that's why If the thing won't blow, chai, it's usually very contact. You go come blow, now you go they go end up buying one person go buy another person. So
Yeah.
yeah, very very bad examples. Yeah. Before you know that your example you did talk now, you go start to talk to another girl.
And
Before you know,
he don't remarry
you
self.
don't remarry, ba? Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think now that he got married like 2 years ago, and say 2 years or maybe 1 year now. So when it was about it, I just tell him who has say, guy, come, loud Jew, open your eyes. If you want marry this time, marry woman we don't dare establish already. Who she law. Don't marry anybody. You have to carry the whole wahala put for head. Marry the one we don't get money. Women we don't get money for America. They no go stress you now. Enjoyment they want. So all you just have to do, just be a good boy. I hear my dad, you will be okay. That's what I advise him. And he did great. He ended up marrying a nurse.
He went to look for a nurse.
Now nurse they
Yeah.
collect at the end of the day now.
He don't suffer. He
Oh
don't
boy,
suffer.
they
Okay, he
collect.
reach po.
Oh,
Yeah, he don't hear win, so he don't learn a lesson. Yeah. I mean, if we just that kindness is very important. If you love somebody, you cannot be mean to them. If you are mean and you are holding on to your money, my money, and then you come and say, I love you. Could need that for
Mm.
love, yeah. Which
That's why
love?
Auntie B, that's why I was shouting yesterday that they should help. Oh, I don't mean the ladies here. At least I've met some of our sisters here now. They are all doing fine. But for those who are still struggling, that you are trying to hold on to your marriage and you are about to establish yourself in US, if you don't help your man, and to be frank, because we had a conversation yesterday, me and film girl, they really tough. In fact, my MOP have to like intervene self. And this money, I think my sister Chidima just nailed it. The problem in most marriages is when husband talk, wife know they hear waiting they talk. When wife talk, husband know they hear waiting they talk. We all kind of read different meanings to the same problem. Sure, you feel me now, TB?
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying yesterday that please, you have to help your husband. We
We should
African
help
men,
one
I know we are
another.
stubborn.
Let's put
Yeah,
it
we
this
are
way.
stubborn. Hey.
Let's put it this way, brother Ben. Let's help one another. What husbands should help their wives should help. It's not only finances alone. If we're talking about help, it cut across everything. Okay? That I said to the ladies yesterday, your primary responsibility as a wife is to help your husband. That is why God created Eve. I know it's not all of us that are Christians here, but we all know the story. That is your job.
that is so.
You came into his life to help him. The problem is that a lot of our brothers are not looking for people that can help them. They are looking for people to help. When God said they should help you, it's you that want to help people. Okay, yeah. So they will allow women like to be spoiled, so they will allow you to spoil them. And then if you come and tell them to bring their small paycheck, they'll say, "Imbo." Not be you say somebody was saying in the comment section that the husband said he's a millionaire. That he's a millionaire, that she will not pay anything. I don't know. The person that put that comment, are you here yet or you are still have you jackpot or you are still in Nigeria? You better check all these stories. I don't know.
Auntie B, you know, some of
Again,
these things, they are something, some of them are the foundation or what some people have set in while they were dating. When I was single, I was dating a girl then, and I remember one day, I was we were together, and my brother called that my brother was in school then, so I was still very young, and my brother called. He said, "I've not sent his monthly expense because I was paying my brother's school, and I was, was the one responsible. But he also get money from my dad. So I said, okay, I will send your money. My girlfriend was like, I said, am I the one paying, giving him monthly? I said, of course, I'm the one responsible for, and my younger sister, the two of them pay them. So, and the conversation went, and suddenly she just came up with something. He said, don't you think I deserve to be getting the same salary monthly? This and my girlfriend, I do buy her gift or something. I said, what did you just say? I should be giving you monthly expense because we are dating. I said, but what we because I know she was the last born and she has other elder ones that are working in bank like me. I said, so you collect money from all your sisters and brother, and I will still be paying. I said, So my brother will only collect from me, and that's it. And what does that mean? I said, no, I'm not going to do that because we are in a relationship. Do you know if I fall for that? Because I've seen a lot of conversation on social media when guys will take responsibility, fatherly role on their girlfriend, paying their monthly allowance, paying it. So when they are set that standard, when they get
Yeah.
into marriage,
Yeah.
those women still expect you to
Yes.
continue in that aspect,
Let,
even when you are financially challenged. They
yes.
won't care. They will say, "This is what you
Yes.
have been doing." The other
People
day, I
like
saw an
it. Let me
American,
No
shock you.
empathy.
American.
No
Olu,
empathy.
let me show you. Let me shock you. Do you know that there are some Nigerian men that like it that way? They don't like understanding girlfriend. You know
Mm.
what they call understanding girlfriend?
Yes, I know the one that will manage with them and they will be spending for
Eba.
another girl.
They don't want that.
Mm.
Somebody, an open fan on Instagram told me that a boy dumped her because she was an understanding girlfriend. That the guy said that she was not gingering enough to push him enough to go and make it. That he doesn't like understanding girlfriend. Ask me for things. Ask me for 500K, 1 million here, I will work harder. Again, that's Otiyato. That's another conversation altogether. Some men like it. That
You
is the way
see,
they prove their masculinity and their headship. I'm the head. I'm the head. Only are two ye before you will know. Don Dealings, please welcome. Thank you very much, everyone. Give us a thumbs up,
yes.
subscribe.
Thank you very
Hi.
much. Thank you very much. See, Auntie B, you were talking about the Odogu, right?
Yes.
Like going back to Nigeria and doing Odogu. Okay, majority of the people who do that is all those men here who cannot talk to women. Okay, so when they
Uh-huh.
go back to Nigeria, they don't know how to, so they will just use money, and they don't know how to be honest. Like me, if I'm talking to a woman in Nigeria, I'll be telling them, look, this is how the situation is. If I really love that woman, you understand? So
Yeah.
I'm already processing her mind on
Yeah.
when she comes over here. She was going to start helping with paying the bills just a little bit. I don't believe in that 50-50. I believe that if I make $200,000 a year and she makes 50, she can pay just a little bit and then I'll pay the rest.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's how
Mhm.
it's supposed to be. But if I fly over Atlantic Ocean, I am the man, me. But if we're crossing the Atlantic Ocean to this America, we have to play the role. So I'll have to cook. One time she will cook.
Mhm.
And when you're telling them in Nigeria that you cook, they'll be looking at you like, oh my God, their eyeball will come out. You
Yeah.
can cook? Yeah,
Yeah.
I cook. Yes. So so that's how I see everything. You have to
Yeah.
tell them the truth gradually if you know that you're gonna love her, so that when she comes over here, she won't be surprised. Say, oh,
Yeah.
he told me this, he told me that. So
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
please be honest with these women. Because you don't know tomorrow. This good wife that you have is a good insurance policy, just like you're an insurance policy to her. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I
So
mean.
there's
That's
something you said, Don, that I need to pick your brain on. You said it's men that can't talk to women in America. Why can't I mean, is
yes.
there something scary about American women or diaspora women that makes them feel a little intimidated? Because I know we had a
No.
conversation once upon a time about how some men were saying that and Nigerian women are broad, emasculate women. They are,
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
this masculine energy and all that. Why can't they
Yeah.
talk to women abroad?
I don't know. It's like some guys they know how to talk. To women.
Mm,
They have that confidence. If they see a pretty woman, they like the woman, they will go up to the woman and talk to the woman. But some
yeah.
some guys are not like that. They will just
Yeah.
foolishly bring out money. They don't know how to talk,
You don't need to
and
talk.
then
Just drop the
yeah,
money, and the money will do the
yeah,
talking for you.
and the money will do the talking in Africa. But when in America, you don't do that. In America, you talk with your
So
bread,
when
Mhm.
you change those bread to naira, the money will be surplus. So you don't need to say much.
Everywhere.
The
They'll
baby
say
will just be
Odogu.
smiling.
Eh?
Odogu,
Yeah, they
welcome.
will say Odogu. Nekwanaya, Bikonu, Bikonu. As Igbo people they talk,
Yes,
but
until Odogu will now bring her to the abroad. Then reality will now set in. Yeah.
they will now when they come to America now, they will now see that the guy is living in one room. Hi! all
Uh-huh.
her aspirations go now come. It go
Uh-huh.
not, it go just be like dream where they deflate.
Uh-huh.
As ball they deflate.
Uh-huh.
That's how it be,
Bros,
and that's how
off
it
your
is.
mic, I beg. Turn down that mic.
Why your gender? Why did they like to do that kind of thing? Why lie? Why can't you just be
I don't know.
yourself?
I don't
You,
know. I don't
you
know.
want
I
to
don't
be
know.
hero worshipped. You want to be honored in a way that you have this mini god, complex. That's why. But marriages abroad, again, we they talk over and over, na partnership, na in they work. All those odogu things, no, they work for a year. No odogu here.
Oh,
Abi,
boy.
To go for
odogu they,
America. Oh.
odogu
And
they
to
for
be,
America.
I think those kind of men, they are kind of men that try to be a traditional men, and at the same time, they want to enjoy a liberal
Entrepreneurship.
relationship. You know,
Yes.
when somebody is liberal, both husband and wife, they are ready to work as partner, contribute, but they want to enjoy a traditional man. You know, a traditional man will say, "I can't do house chores, I can't do," and there are some men like that, and they were ready to be responsible for just like men live in Nigeria. They don't do you don't have to do anything when you are making money. You pay all the bills. You even get house help for your wife and all those stuff. And the wife will not even can will not come and say, "Ah, my husband, come and help me do this or change take care of the baby," because that is Odogu lives that they know that Odogu lives in Nigeria. But when they come abroad, they don't make enough money. They cannot be, they can't pay all the bills, and they want to enjoy that Odogu lifestyle, but at the same time want to share financial responsibility.
Yes. So you're an
Uh,
African man with Western. You want Western benefits. You want to be a
exactly.
traditional man, but you still want to enjoy the benefits of being in the West. You
Yeah,
can't have it
that
both
is.
ways. Kole work. You need to choose. Mm-mm. You
And
have to
and
choose.
and to be, if I can add something to what Don is saying now, Don. First of all,
Yes.
I appreciate you, bro. You brought it
Thank you.
100%, but they know they expose brotherhood like that. But because of the
I know
purpose,
they expose brotherhood now. I remember you now. I know when you say Auntie B, Auntie B, Auntie B, Auntie B, Auntie B. So I don't like that style now. Which is now
Brotherhood. Brotherhood was in the protocol yesterday.
no, Don,
Yo,
let me
Ben, you be my guy now. You my guy. No, no, no,
thank you,
wahala.
my G. Thank you, my G. Let me just add to what you are saying, and this goes to the women. I beg,
Yeah.
once your husband go to Nigeria and marry you and bring you over to the US or UK or something, and the man wants you to be getting pregnant every year, that is a red flag. What most of these guys do, the Odogus, they will knock you out. In 6 years, you get like 4 children.
You have 10 babies.
Yeah, they will knock you out so fast that even you, to even move self, go fear you because, and they are smarter. Even when you say you want to divorce them, you put them on child support. Some of them are crooks. They will stop working regular job. They will go to under the table straight. They've lived in America for a while. They sabi all the corner. So I just say, make I want you sisters, and this is not like me shading my own people. We just want a balance. So I just want men to
I not say
do
they play
better.
with your
Okay?
brotherhood, brother. We know that one.
Actually, my brotherhood
You
get
stand,
me
you stand
No, no,
anytime.
no, no, no,
solidly
no,
behind
brother,
brotherhood.
no, 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 brother Ben. I'm not exposing brother. What I'm saying is that if you're going to Nigeria, you're talking to girls in Nigeria. If you really like that girl, no be girl where you do the, uh, you know, you understand what I mean? Woman
Yeah,
where you want bring for America here, you must gradually they tell them say, look, America, it's not like that. It's me and you that have the household. You're telling her, you're giving her that orientation in Africa,
And
which
tell her
other
what you
men
actually
don't do.
do. Tell her what you
Yes,
actually do for a living. Don't lie about your
yes.
your your, your status in terms of
You
your
know,
employment.
you
Stop
understand what I mean,
lying.
brother Ben and
yes, I
TB. You
get
understand? Hey,
yes.
you have to tell them gradually. Okay, listen. Maybe you're a security guard. Maybe you're balling in Nigeria. Tell them gradually. Say, look, this is different. You get as you go ward beautiful woman. Brother Ben. You know the thing. You ward
Ah, I know now.
gradually,
I know.
gradually.
I know.
Make go put gas pedal too down for throttle. Just gradually. They tell them. Then you're giving her that orientation, but not to be lying to her. Then when she comes over, she see that you living in one room. you know, it's not good. Yeah. So I believe
Uh,
the ladies, yeah, you know,
sometimes I think maybe some of them feel like if they expose what they do, that might probably reduce their level of respect whether they get
respect.
from the woman for Nigeria, And
Hmm.
there are some jobs you do here in the Western world that at first, if you start working there, you will be frustrated until after a while, when you get to understand that this is their abroad, this is their lifestyle, this is how it rolls, and then you see other athletes, other races doing the same thing, then you feel like, okay, this is good. I'll tell you an example. Before I came from Nigeria, when my wife was processing my paper and all that, and then one day we were chatting and I started telling my wife that okay, because I have a degree in HR, so my intention was I'm gonna work as a HR when I get to US. So one day I was asking my wife, babe, when I enter, where better off is there? I need to know where some corporation there I can work. And then
Google. Now Google, you go take stats. You go call enter Tesla to HR.
and then my madam now person like me, she too now open and close. They know how that they take cover some talk. She just tell me, oh, Ogbeni, forget that one. When you reach here, you go work for healthcare center. And I'm like, what they do there, healthcare center? What did they do? He said, you go to help change old people, you go clean them. I'm what? Make I not lie. Make I not lie. I not talk to her for like 2 weeks, because I instantly started weighing my options. Should I go or make I stay? Clean who? Like that's a big deal. Even in Nigeria, even some of we Nigerian man to even change our baby diapers for Nigeria. A lot of Nigerian men don't do
They've
it in
never
the
done
past.
it.
I don't know, maybe they are doing it
So
now.
many in Nigeria have never.
Yeah,
They've never
so
done it.
it sounds so strange to me. And even when I was on the plane coming, my mind go still goes, cleaned people. Think how? You know? Then when I got here, I give God the glory. The first job I got was in healthcare center, but it's a psych hospital. They are all okay. They are now walking, talking with, they call them, they do everything themselves. So I don't have to change anybody. And God knows if I had worked in where I'm working presently as a nurse now, I swear I could go back to Nigeria within 1 or 2 months. Honestly.
Because you are not ready.
Auntie B, I am not. I
Yeah.
wasn't. In fact, I dread doing that care job, not
Yeah.
until I was in nursing school and doing clinical. In clinical, your supervisor go there, feel run. So, and as a nurse, when they administer whatever care, if the person get BM, you go clean and wipe out yourself. The first time where I wipe, I no fit eat when I reach house.
Yeah. Nothing prepares you. Nothing they prepare you for the abroad. That's why that school of Jackpa, he go make money if I establish that school. Come and learn. I don't know how many of you saw that video. Somebody shared with it also on WhatsApp yesterday. A young Nigerian guy I think he's in the US, was a store. I think Walmart. Somebody was asking him, "Excuse me, do you know where so and so is?" The owl. If you see the attitude when the boy give him, he don't look and say, "Can't you see this is the hardware? This is the hardware side. Go and find it yourself." And the girl was recording it. I was just like, "No, can you please just point it out to me?" Normally now, any store you go to in the abroad, they'll drop whatever they are doing and go and show you. But I think this one in Sheshede, he just jackpot. He strongly faced. He said, "Why are you asking me? Can't you go and find it?" So they reported him. That's so they sack him. The thing was in the news. That's so they sack him for work. So if you are working in customer service, you're working in supermarket in Nigeria, you come with that same attitude to come and work in Walmart. You go
I swear.
collect. You go
I
see,
swear.
collect.
see, see something. I can't talk to one girl before. So he can't tell me saying, "Oh, I want to be a nurse when I come to America." Listen, no, I can't talk to her. 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 So I not ask him again. After 3 or 4 weeks, I can't ask him. Say, "Can you clean shit?" You know? He said, "Why will I come and do that?" So I told her, "You can't be a nurse." Already right then and there,
Yeah.
I stopped talking to her. So
Because
I
they
know that
don't,
this girl,
the nurses in Nigeria don't usually do that.
yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
even if
she
she was
does.
a nurse
She
in
wants to
Nigeria,
come.
most of
She
them
wants
don't
to
do it.
come here. Yeah, she wants to
Uh,
come here just
maybe
like
they
that.
think
So that's
nursing
I caught
is
her.
an office job. Go sit down for office, they write reports. Like the HR manager that brother Ben wanted to be.
Actually,
He said he want to look for the nearest office.
Auntie
But
B.
Not the
Auntie
only
B,
office.
nurses in federal hospital and state hospital, they are very mean, especially to those pregnant women.
You can't.
When you
Oh,
they
let's
are
not even
always
go
very
there.
mean in their. They will say, Am I the one that give you belly? Why
Abi,
they are very mean, but when they get there, I don't know how they change.
they have to. People would have told them that if you try that nonsense here, you are gone. Is it nonsense that will tell people in Nigeria that let me give you belly? Come on, stop shouting. Why are you shouting? Let me give you belly. A woman in labor. You try it in this part of the world, you're a gunner. Yeah. So it's a different environment. And a lot of people are sharing examples of how some uncles went and told them that they have this, they have that. Don't lie about your status, especially if you want to be serious with the person.
Yes.
Because Bawoni Mako, it will
Gidigba.
come out. They will know. So why lie? Just
Yeah.
tell them. In fact, I thought that was a test of love. Isn't that what coming to America? What Akim? Isn't that what he did? He was a prince, but he got to America and disguised to find a woman that loves him for him. Why is it the other way around for some of our Nigerian brothers? You want to
No,
behave
some
like a prince?
that story is fairy tale. Though. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
uh,
It's
Auntie
like
B.
it's 5%.
No, I'm
It
not
only
saying
happens
it's
5% in
real. No,
life.
I'm not saying
You
it's
know.
real, but it's the lessons I'm talking about. That some people will like not show who they are, because I think for brothers it's actually very important for you to actually know that a woman is marrying you because of who you are, not because of what you have. Because
Mm,
anything sweet ants will be attracted to it.
yeah.
Sugar, honey, ants will come to it. Do you really want somebody to be with you because of what you can give them? What if you lose that job? What if would you be able to endure any turbulence in the marriage?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Auntie B, they talk like Maria Maka. Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. I dey hear you. I dey hear you.
Okay. That's true. I dey talk am o. I know so I like to dey do
No,
odogu.
it's the truth. No, it's the truth way they talk, but they talk like Maria Maka. But I
Who
like
be
it.
Mary Amaka? I don't even know who be
Maria
Mary
Maka
Amaka.
na holy woman. All my
Which
Igbo
one?
sisters,
That way
they
they
know
do.
that
That
one
way they do
now.
comedy.
No, be they tie right. They go church well na Maria Maka. They call
Now,
them.
wait.
Okay.
It's
Now,
just like a
they
saying.
call that kind of people for Igbo.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
for Igbo.
understand. All
Mhm.
right. Thank you. Make I bring in
Uh-huh.
Valerie. Let's hear what Valerie has to say. Welcome, Valerie. Unmute yourself, darling. Valerie, can you hear us? Guys, please give us a thumbs up, oh, if you're
Hello,
enjoying this
hello,
gist. We have
Auntie
a lot
B.
of brothers. Hello,
Hello, Auntie
darling.
B. Oh, can you skip me and come back? I'm
Oh, she
having like
skipped you.
unstable. Yeah, come back.
Okay, I will. Film girl, welcome. How are you?
Hey, hey, hey. Hmm.
Yeah, now
Brother
sleep like
Ben,
the
your
background.
customer,
My best friend now.
your bestie.
Uh,
So we are made up.
the
We are
cool
made
thing
up
is that
of
na Chidima, man of prestige. Now that can be our referee. Now that help us dey settle.
ladies. So please leave me alone. I beg. Anyway, well, Auntie B, lovely picture first of all, and thank you for everybody that has spoken. You've spoken so well. As a matter of fact, everything you have said, I'm on board, right, with everybody from Brother Ben to Samolu. It's good to hear your voice, Samolu, for the first time in a long time. I've
Okay.
heard your voice before,
Yeah.
and then Don, thank you so much. Like there's this chat going on about you in the maybe later when you read it, you understand what's going on. The Igbo sisters, right? Don, first time hearing you. Thank you very much for being here. So I'm just going to say, what we said again, but maybe in a different way because like you all said, the challenge of people that come here, that bring people over, people that move here, even men and women, is actually a problem with the role reversals. Because I'll put it as role reversal because in Nigeria, most family traditionally the man provides 100%, the woman does all the chores, right? And then when they come here, it has to reverse. But what people don't most men don't remember, I don't know why they kind of somehow they ignore it, is that they don't remember that their moms, these super women, these women that they called, held the home down, that did everything, did not do it alone. Even in Nigeria, they had help. If it's not one younger sister living with her, it's a house girl. Some have two.
Yeah.
It's a neighbor. It's not a neighbor. Even the poor ones, when they go to the market, they can say, Mama Chidima, please let me hold my pikino. Make I go buy something down. Do you understand? There's somebody helping her at every point in time. Even she doesn't have that. When her first kids start coming to like 6, 7 years old, they start becoming her help. Automatically, you start helping because they don't have child labor laws like they do here, like they have abroad, like they have abroad, right back home. She always has help for her to fulfill that role as a superwoman, right? The man as well has a system that allows people to make money, quick buck, everything. Even if he draws out of money, there are places he can easily source money. There are family members that can help him out, friends, all those kind of things. All that stuff is going on in Nigeria, right? Then they come abroad and there's a role reversal. And that's where a lot of people struggle. Like we have all agreed, there's a struggle in that role reversal. The role reversal in the sense that the woman is now here, she needs help. Who is going to help her? It's you that has to help me. The man is now struggling because he cannot carry 100% of the role. He needs the woman to help him, right? So the problem now comes at that place where there's a mindset shift. I will say personally, right? I understand these women because I also struggled with that mindset when I came here. I came here on my own, right? I struggled with it for a long time. I'm like, why must I bring money? Like, why? Why? Because for me, I also have trauma from growing up with financial abuse. So for me, it was a very sensitive thing. I don't want a guy to don't spend anything like much on me, but don't take my money. That's my own virtue. You don't have to give me too much, but those don't take my money. When you start asking for my money, it's like a no. I cannot. I can. We have these mantras in Nigeria. I can never feed a man. Lie, my money is my money, like Auntie B says. We have a lot of mantras. Girls hash themselves. I have to understand that this thing takes. It's a lot of years. These things are in your mind. Is going on in your mind. So when you come here, you need time as well to deprogram, right? So it's a case of patience. If you're bringing a woman over, you have to give her time to deprogram. You have to take time as well. So
Some
when
people never the program. Oh.
yeah,
Some people are the way they are. Oh. You'll be wondering,
it,
"Hey, are you sure you've been abroad?" It's not everybody that is able to do that.
I understand, but sometimes you can assist with the deprogramming. That comes in with also how you treat the person, right? Because it brings me to my next point, whereby we have to work as a team. The more a woman feels like she's your partner and you're a team member, the more she will feel safe. And people I said that thing before. This thing is a thing of fear and safety and trust. These are the three
Yeah.
things that are playing out right here now.
Yeah.
The more you make her feel safe, the more she will feel she has something to protect. She has to protect you, right? But if for any reason you give her a reason not to feel safe, maybe the way you, like someone said rightly, I don't know if it's Don or Sam or somebody, like the way you treat her back, I think it was Sam. If you treated her badly, maybe you financially abused her when she was in Nigeria, and you bring her here, women don't forget. Remember, Brother Ben, we talked about this stuff, right? Women know they forget.
Yeah.
It can be 100 years, they will remember. That thing
Mm.
will be inside their mind that this man
Mm-hmm.
that was dealing with me in Nigeria, now I will show you. Do you know that kind of thing? So the more you're able to that's where the work is now. Where this is where man of prestige is now with the skills, deprogramming. The more you're able to deprogram that woman and make her feel like she can trust you, she can feel safe with you, she doesn't fear you, right? The more she's able to, work with you to achieve a particular goal. And we come to sharing. I'm very happy Samolu said this. It's a case by case basis. What does
Mm-hmm.
this sharing look like? It look like to you? For example, a man is earning 100,000, might be earning $40,000, right? Maybe between them, their bills is like 20K. I don't
Mm-hmm.
assume that it's too a month. That's even too okay. Okay,
That's too
okay.
much.
No, they make 40,000 for the whole year. So
Okay.
yeah. So let's say 20,000, maybe
For the whole year.
3
Let's say
times
20K
12,
for the whole year.
36.
Yeah.
Let's say 36 for a whole year, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're able to manage or something, right? So if you ask that woman to bring 18, that's like 20, and you have like 100, right? But if you're like, okay, maybe can you bring some, like maybe, okay, let's do this, maybe I'll bring half of mine and half of yours. And this thing also boils down to who you are marrying. That's why you have to pick. I love
That is the fundamental thing.
I love what Bio said yesterday. Yes, someone yesterday said, I think it was Auntie B. I said, he said that men, you guys have the advantage. Women
Yes,
at
I
the
said
point you
it.
don't have a choice. But
Yep.
men, you have the advantage. You have the advantage to test this woman's mindset on money. You
Yep.
have the advantage to know, you can find out who she is. Because if she's a sensible person, do you know what will happen? If you say, okay, fine, let's do it this way, because I believe in giving a guy man time. I don't believe in choking your man or being on him 100%. I believe he should have his own money. He should have some things. I mean, we should have our own individual lives, right? In a way, and then come together, sometimes, right? That's the way that's my mindset, right? So if you bring she brings half and you bring half, and maybe he brings 50K, she brings 20K, he goes into the account, is 60,000. At the end of the year, there is extra money out. And you can agree as a couple that, okay, whatever we can save out of this money, we'll use it for either a trip or we cannot put it into an investment. What are we going to do with the extra? So now is that both of you are both contributing to the household and you're contributing to your savings as well, right? So you now decide who is going to manage the money in between you. If you are blessed and you have someone like me, I'm sorry, I'm blowing my horn, but it's true. I'm very good at managing money because I do that for my mom, my brother, everybody. I'm keeping the accounts and everything. I'm the one that's always telling them you're spending too much, this that kind of thing, that kind of stuff. You can now say, okay, fine, end of the day, babe, we're able to save 40K this year. What can we do with this money? Right?
Even
And
as
then
you are talking and you're making so much sense, somebody is still telling you that the modern day, the women of old did it alone. They fetch firewood, they cook, they breastfed, they did
no,
everything.
they did not. Let's not cap. Let's not cap. They did not.
These are the people that are
No,
struggling because they
they
don't listen when we
That
are talking.
no, they're capping, because if they really checked it, their mother had their sister staying with them. Maybe they're living in the man's house, so they had the younger sister's help as well. Let's not be capping about this thing. Even someone was even saying, I want to digress a little bit. I was even saying to some, I think it was Chidema on the Man of Prestige back, say that even if when you're asking for, if the men are saying, let's provide 100%, you be like our mothers 100%. Do you really want us to be like our mothers?
I
Let us
wonder.
let's not cap it. These women
No,
were
we'll go and fight firewood now. Let me
no,
go
no,
and
no,
let's not cook with cooker. We'll go and fetch
no,
firewood.
no, Atibi is not even that. Do you know that our mothers, in as much as we try to project this idea that they were good women and all that, they were objecting, even with all the beating. These women were vocal, they were abusing their husbands sometimes. They used to lash out verbally, right? They even if they'll collect beat what sorry, not beat them. Basketball's end of the day, right? On this panel, right? They used to lash out. You're laughing. They used to lash out verbally. Let us not cap. Let us remember. We see them. They'll be come
Why
outside.
why are we even looking
Useless
back?
man.
Why are we looking back? I don't even see any reason for
I,
looking
I'm
back
I,
because
I'm
they
just
often
trying.
say that if you put a car on reverse, you can't
Mhm.
go forward.
No,
Why are we looking back?
I'm actually just addressing this person that our mothers.
No, 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 no. Ignore that person, I beg.
Yeah.
Let's focus on what we are
So okay,
discussing.
so moving forward, right? So,
Hmm.
as a matter of fact, if you work on partnering your wife, there is more to gain, and that's why I was saying to a friend of mine off on the. I said, listen, when you come to a podcast like this, you are on a gold mine. If you can put aside your pride and listen, women are giving you expo at cheap, very, very cheap expo about how to handle a woman, right? So in the chat group now, I was talking about somebody. I was like, this kind of man I like to lead me. I don't want a weak man. I want a strong man. But I want this guy to lead me, and his leadership has to be a servant leadership. Like I said to someone, somebody said, there's a difference between Hitler and what's his name again? Martin Luther King. Both of them had followers, but one was leading with fear, one was inspiring with loyalty and love. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the man leading with control and everything, and your wife doesn't have any loyalty to you? She's just being obedient. The moment she crosses a gap, whether it's abroad that she crosses or she crosses a income gap, she starts rebelling. Or do you want a wife that truly loves you, that is inspired by your leadership into a place of loyalty where she would go to battles for you? What kind of wife do you want? I think if I'm a man, I'll choose wife B, right? Because what it looks like to me is what I've seen some people do is the man might go like, okay, you want to go to school, I'll take all the bills while you go to school. Then when I'm done, why people do that? Like when I'm done, I go to school and the woman pays all the bills until we get to a point, maybe like they give themselves like a 10-year plan, right? So when they are done, they now come to a place whereby they're like, okay, fine, they're now moving forward. Both of them have allowed themselves to grow. They have worked hand in hand, talking about their future and everything together, and they are planning together. That is the kind of woman I would wish for my brother. Not, and then, the funny thing about Auntie B is that when they talk about, I'm so sorry, I almost round up now.
Yeah.
When,
So
when they
yeah,
talk
because
about,
you have a full studio, so many people, including
no,
one mommy. One
I'm,
mommy was disagreeing with us a lot yesterday.
okay,
I'm sure he has a lot in his mind to offload this
okay,
evening.
I'm so
Mhm.
sorry. I'm really sorry. So
No,
when
that's all right. Go ahead.
when we talk about what they call it, shit, just skip my mind right now.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
lost
no.
the train of thought.
It's yeah. Okay. We're talking about partnership, right? And then
Hmm.
I was talking about you can work together to make
A partnership.
a partnership, right?
Yeah.
And then we're talking about okay. Let me just go to one thing I have on my list: masculine energy, right? Like, yes, I remember talking about one of the reasons I feel that our men are afraid to marry the women here, and Don said a very good point. Most of these guys are timid when it comes to things of relationship and emotional things. So when they
Right.
meet up with women that are here, that are already emotionally intelligent, it's very, very intimidating for them. Right.
Hmm.
They're like, this girl, I can't, no, I don't talk once, you don't talk two. Do you understand? Like, no, do you understand? But what this guy doesn't understand is that, like me now, or a Chidinma, or a Nat, whatever, is actually a better resource for him. For my one,
A better advocate for your
yeah,
family.
because I've already worked on my mindset. And the reason that I'm sorry to say, but the reason why I might come up with a bit of masculine energy is that remember, people like me, I brought myself to America. I did that struggle. For me to survive all that, I had to go into my masculine energy to stand on my feet because nobody
Mm.
was helping me. It
Right.
takes a lot to deprogram someone like me. But if you
Mhm.
can be a little bit patient and you deprogram me, you should actually be to your benefit. Number one.
I don't think somebody a lady that has masculine a little bit of masculine energy or they are in
Mm,
their masculine frame
mm.
even needs the programming. You just need a man to love you enough.
And that's the love with the
When a man
programming.
loves you,
Yeah,
it is so natural for a woman to be feminine around
yeah,
a man that she loves and feels safe with.
yeah. You said the same word. The program is with love. You have to deprogram with love, right? That's the thing. You love the person
So when you say the
into.
programming, people might be thinking, it's a lot of work,
Okay, no, okay.
for me to start working on this person.
I paraphrase.
It's
I
just
paraphrase.
love the
I'm
person.
just saying I paraphrase like it's not really alpha female's fate. It's like I'm an omega female, I'm not an alpha female. But an omega can become an alpha in when it's needed. I'm not an alpha. That's why I can pair easily with an alpha male and I'm attracted to an alpha male. I don't like omega
Actually,
males or beta males. You must be an alpha. I love
Auntie
the
And you
B,
alpha
want to say
male.
something? Yeah.
yes, man. I just wanted to chip in something here real quick.
Yeah.
And thank God Film Girl is here. You see, there are so many terms they throw around these days on social media when it comes to relationship that
Hmm.
I believe a lot of our women actually grasp and understand the context in which those terms were being used.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, my brotherhood, we don't key into any of those terms at all.
Right.
So, for instance, Film Girl have measured masculine energy. Which one she don't mention again?
Deprogramming,
Reprogramming.
reprogramming,
She don't count so many things.
alpha female,
Yeah.
omega female.
Alpha man, omega woman.
Film guy is a student of our last school of
Now they
relationship.
run, oh, now they
She learned.
run.
She don't
So,
learn where.
You want to run? Why?
so
Hey,
Auntie
God
B,
have mercy.
the
Mm,
point I'm trying to make is
mm.
our women should understand that we Nigerian men, African men, we don't. Oh, you see, once you start talking alpha men, she said 10, he said 2, alpha, the high value men, you know already. We're not doing all that.
Giddy
Then you
bam,
gotta let
giddy bam.
Brotherhood are gonna be scared. They're gonna be running kitty 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 kitty. So
No,
film guy, drop
just being
Giddy
honest
bam, giddy
there.
all
bam,
those
giddy bam.
language. Please drop it. They don't want to hear.
You know, Auntie B, I'm just
but
being
and
honest there. Okay?
but you know what? But the truth about it is that even here on Obodo, we have now begun to define terms like DV, emotional abuse, because The thing about it is that a lot of women do not know what they were experiencing until Auntie B put it in terms like, yes, that is it. So we have to update our vocabs, whether we like it or not, on emotional things. We have to.
I agree with you, but sometimes, men, I think women learn faster. Women
See,
learn faster. We catch it quick and we engage more in learning
God
than
bless you.
men.
The men.
Yeah,
I'll
we
give you,
Okay.
engage.
Auntie
Let
B,
Yeah.
me
ma, give you
speak
a quick
in
example.
simple terms. Let me
Let,
speak in
let me
simple
just give
terms.
you a quick example.
Mm.
One time at work, my female colleague was talking to me. She's having all this relationship bad blues, and she's like, "Let me ask you, are you an alpha male or are you a little bit feminine?" And to me, I get the answer.
I don't
The
even know
answer
what you answer. What do you answer, and bro Ben? You with your only yeah.
I'm telling you,
What did
to
you
me.
say?
What the answer? What the
I'm
answer?
Omega.
Okay, I'm the head of the home to me. But when he said feminine, my mind was like, are you saying that I'm acting like a woman? Me, Nigerian, I'm like, no, not being feminine.
Is your voice when they whine, so you are feminine. You very, very
No,
feminine.
no,
You know
I'm
they
not,
listen to yourself when you
I'm
this.
not feminine, nothing.
Especially when you don't reach with men matter, brotherhood matter, Ben voice go change. You know, say brothers are going through a lot. Our men are going through a lot.
I'm telling you. But I
So don't get the voice now. So you tell they do your voice. You see, not only me.
No, the first time I got the hear bed, I said, I didn't like it.
When you done they defend brotherhood, you know we're not bad again, no.
No, no, because people have said a lot of beautiful things, which even me, I was going to ask Auntie B that I think we'll get to communication aspect before we round up here. But the moment she starts saying, "Are you an alpha man? Are you a give?" I'm like,
What
okay,
did you answer? What I'm very curious to know what you said. What did you answer?
to the lady.
Yes.
I know so she understand. Guys, no, I'm nothing like a woman. I don't do no woman stuff. Because when I hear feminine what? And they say, no, I just want to know if you have anything like if you're kind of cool, having female energy. I don't get no female energy. I'm an alpha man.
Okay,
Oh, you do
we
have female
accept you're an
energy.
alpha man. You are
Everybody
an
has
alpha. In
female and
fact,
male
brother Ben,
energy.
you be alpha and omega man. We agree.
But
Oh,
Auntie
okay,
B,
okay.
excuse,
Okay.
can I quickly make a contribution?
Yes,
I
please.
was talking from my own experience. I have dated a girl before because she never challenged me on anything. And in my mind, I said, this is not the kind of woman I want to
You
have my
told us
kids
that
with.
all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
You keep
So,
telling
so,
us
so
you didn't like that.
yes, there are some men like that women that doesn't challenge, he doesn't challenge you, he doesn't act, he just want to be in that. I don't know, maybe I'll call that feminine energy, but when you are too very passive,
He's very
some men
passive,
don't like it.
He's
docile.
Yes,
very
Yeah.
agreeable. That's the word they
Very
use.
docile.
Agreeable. They call
Yeah.
yes.
agreeable. She's very
Yeah.
agreeable. That's
So
what
I
the
mean,
men
it
use.
depends on individuals. Some brothers don't mind. They like women who have masculine energy. They don't mind. You know, yeah, but everything in life you have to do it with moderation. That's just it. It's
Only in
good to
the
be
intimate,
feminine.
only in the intimate time. We
Exactly.
don't
When
want
you are in
without
the other
only
room,
during intimacy. Yes.
you cannot bring out all the
Yes,
energies.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. We want to
That
see you
one
in
I want
action.
masculine woman,
Uh-huh.
but I want feminine all the time. I want 90% feminine, 10% masculine.
Masculine.
So you
Okay,
know
keep
what
it
they
masculine
say?
ahead.
Let me
Yes.
tell you what they say you guys want done. They say men want a chef in the kitchen, a
Mhm.
lady in the living room, and in the bedroom, what do they want? A dominatress.
Yes, dominatrix
Only
and a
one
freak in the
woman.
bedroom.
You want
Yes.
only one
Yes.
woman. All this personality. No wonder we are confused ourselves. Sometimes we don't even understand ourselves. Our roles
That
is
is
it's too
that
much.
is our mother. That was our mothers back in those times. They were the superwoman. They did everything. This is all the
But they had
traits that we
help.
want. They had
But they
it.
had help.
Yes.
But they helped her
Mm.
because as children, we did not see the help that they had. They had, now that we grown up, we've seen that they had a lot of help from people.
Yeah.
They're not just that super. And
Yeah.
a lot of men were not even coping as we thought they were coping. Because now we're beginning to
Yes.
look back and realize they were having mental breakdowns. They will have screaming fits at somebody, they would scream at their husband, they would lash out to do you understand? They had
And
problems.
I think I had this conversation with a sister of mine the other day. Looking back, a lot of mothers, a lot of wives helped a lot in terms of finances and, holding the family together.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 654 people watching. Look back and think what your mom did
Mm-hmm.
when you were young. So we keep saying that men are the ones that are paying, but a lot of women had they did a lot to hold the family together.
They
Times
did
when
a
your
lot.
dad didn't have money, he was
Mm-hmm.
broke. Times
They
when business was not good. Times when salaries were not paid. It was the wives and the mothers that held the family together
Mm-hmm.
financially.
Yeah.
Even though they
So.
had jobs
Mm-hmm.
that they were like civil servants, some of them were doing business. They still were always sold. All my life, my mom always sold something. She was
Mm-hmm.
always selling things, and the money comes into the family. You might not give it to the dad, but it's towards the upkeep of the family. So our
Of the
mothers
family.
did a
Yeah,
lot as
you
well.
actually and that's why Auntie B, when you talk about marry here, I understand what you're saying because the women here already understand the situation. They know that they have to bring money. They know they might not really
Mm,
like it. Like for me, deep down, I don't really like it, but I know this is what is expected, right? And then
yeah.
I don't need a not. You don't need to persuade me a not to know. And matter of fact, when I meet you and I can tell your job, I can tell. By the time you tell me one or two things, I can tell where you are already. I can already code you. So you cannot come and start guying me in America. You understand? Like, I can tell where you are at every point. Even if if you're a security guy, you have like a 2024 car. I'm like, what are you using it for? Guy,
So
what's your car note on? Like what are you?
Thank you, film girl. Don, Faith is asking a very good question. I'm gonna put it to you
Mm,
because you are representing your brothers along your Sam and Ben here tonight. Faith is asking a question that if brotherhood wants all these qualities, you want a feminine woman, you want an alpha man in the bedroom, woman in the bedroom. What are you? Are you just providing? What you just yours is just to provide. What else?
Provide. You're gonna
Mm,
be a therapist. Yes. You're gonna be a therapist to your woman. You have to, you're gonna be a good listener. You're gonna do
mhm,
all those things that you want as a man. Those are the
mm.
things that men want. But let me tell you, for everybody, the cheat code now for 2024 is ask a woman what is her love language.
Mhm.
Then you will know. If you don't ask the woman her love language, you're in trouble in 2024.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is it. Yeah,
yeah.
you have to ask them that. What is your love language? So you have an idea. Say, okay,
Ben, do you know
okay.
what? Do you understand that one, or should we break it down?
I love language.
You know what love
Love
language is?
language.
You know you don't
I
like
know.
all this
No
big.
be
You don't
love.
like all
No
this
be love
English.
language. A love
Auntie
language.
B,
Eh?
I understand everything, but make una break it down for my brothers where they back. We
Okay.
need to make
Who's laughing? Film
yeah,
girl,
my
mute
brother
yourself.
here now. Some of my brothers we hear love language now. They'll is
Make
that
I
the
make
love
I
language?
explain
You
them.
say
Let
with
me.
it,
Okay, no, now
with it
don't
talk,
talk. Am.
with it talk.
Don't explain them to us. What's love language? What
Yes,
do you mean?
love, love, love. Some women they want acts of services. Some of them want gifts. Some of them want quality time.
Yeah, but
So you go ask
what
them, what
is
is your love
love
language?
language? So love
Love
language is
language
asking
is
a
being
woman how
sorry.
she wants to be loved. Okay? I think it's simple like that
Auntie
because
B,
it's
Let's put
how
it
to
like that.
express
Yes.
your love. How do you want me to express I love you? Is words. It doesn't
Auntie
mean
B,
much.
thank you, man.
How
You
do you
see,
want me to show you love?
mhm. You see the way you
Mhm,
break it down now, Auntie B. Let me
mhm.
tell you what a lot of these our sisters will say. I'm not talking about those who be say there be professional relationship therapists for abroad. Oh. A lot of the sisters now, when you ask them, how do you want to be loved? What they will tell you is spend money on me, take me out, take care of
That's gift.
me.
That's one way of that's one love
No.
language. That's gift giving.
Yes,
Give
that's
you.
where
That's
majority
gift.
of them
Some
will
of them
go.
want
Money,
quality
money,
time.
money, money, money. And the worst part is when they are explaining how they want you to love them as a man, in between, they won't tell you how they want to love you back. Oh, they won't tell
Mhm.
us, oh, baby, I'm gonna be this for you. In a lie, it's always spend money. I just need you to
That's if
buy
if
me,
if
take me
woman asks me,
outside.
woman
Don, go
must ask me
ahead.
my own love language too.
Mm,
Woman must ask me my own love language too. Then I go tell
mm,
her. So we go try
mm,
to work on You
mm.
understand? Because this is the
Thank
cheat
you.
code for 2024.
Yeah. So we
Don't
should
be
be
like, I
asking
want
one
mama.
another, what's your love language? Yeah.
Yes, you must
So that
ask
you
them
can
that.
love people the way they want to be loved. Because you can be doing why that love language is important is because you can be doing things and not send you. Now me send you to do that. It doesn't mean anything to me. Some people don't like, some certain things. So except you communicate, this is what love means to me. This is how you can show me you love me. So yeah, I think it's very important. Thank you for bringing that up,
Yeah.
Don. Really appreciate that. Let me bring in one mommy. One mommy go scatter the table.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you.
one mommy, welcome. Oh,
Thank
now
you.
long time, bro. Happy New Year.
I wish you the same. Good evening, Sister B.
Welcome.
I greet everybody.
What do you have to say about this contribution, about this conversation when we done the hold since?
Is it the one of yesterday or is it another one so that let me know what to say?
All of them join. We are talking about modern day
Okay.
marriages in the abroad, how the things they work, especially for abroad, people where they jackpot and people where they marry now. Like in terms of what works and what doesn't work.
Okay. You always say my mind. You said one. You said most women have to do things in moderately. That's the point. And if it comes about odogu and ego, I found out that most women they hate ego from men. I found out, and I don't know why. And this ego is in us. You can never remove it, no matter what you do. We are not the one that put it there. It is in us. It's automatic in us. So any woman who is coming to fight man's ego doesn't love that man. I
Mm.
found that, you understand? Any woman, yes, because it is there. You can't remove it. So when you're coming, forget about the man's ego. Love the man. Ego must
Love,
be there.
love him and love the ego. Add the ego, join the
And
love.
yes, respect the man.
Mm.
It's all about respect. So we can
So
never that ego can never go away, no matter what people do.
one mommy, we they talk about you go marry for Nigeria once upon a time. So we
Yeah.
they talk about people when they go Nigeria and they do odogu for there, they'll come bring their wife, come they struggle for here. And some of the wives will say they no contribute because they believe the man is the one that is the head of the family, so he should pay all the bills. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you, Sister B. What I have to say is that don't forget that that man who came to you as Odogu was really that Odogu until you came over. At a time something went wrong and the man couldn't fulfill all the things anymore. You as a wife has to jump in. You don't say you were making it because you're Odogu, let me leave you. That woman does not respect or love the man. So the woman has to adjust to the situation. Forget about you were Odogu before you were making mouth. Now you want me to help you. So it's not a good thing. That's my own opinion. You
So
must
you think
your
if he
wife.
was Odogu, it's okay to be Odogu? Maybe he was Odogu, but Odogu is not Odogu in anymore. So it's time for the wife now to help him to
Yes,
become Odogu
yes,
again.
yes, to contribute because he was Odogu. I'm Odogu. I'm Odogu. I have my ego. Nobody can remove it. It is there.
You're an Igbo
So
man now.
don't.
We know Igbo men have a lot of that Odogu and ego. This ego. You say
Yeah.
we should not fight your ego at all. We should just leave you with your ego.
Yes,
Nobody should talk
it's
about that
there.
ego. It's there.
Yes, it's there because I'm
It's
not the
there.
one that planted there.
Gidi,
It's in men.
gidi bam. Gidi bam.
Auntie
Faith,
B,
So
Faith say
that's
Odogu
my
na scam.
contribution.
Oh. Faith is really talking today. Say Odogu na scam.
Faith, Faith na
Faith,
troublemaker.
It's
Auntie
no.
B,
Faith, you go collect
uh,
too.
Auntie, man of
So that's
prestige,
my
I
contribution.
give
Faith
you.
na very smart
Thank
girl.
you.
They ask questions.
Thank you,
Yeah.
one mommy. So
You're
why mommy
welcome.
don't
Thank you.
advise you now? He said men get ego, Mona leave the ego alone. Face
Yeah.
front. Love him with the ego. Okay? They are naturally Odogu. Let them be Odogu in peace. What do you have to say about that, Don?
Yeah. Sorry, Odon. Auntie B, man of prestige is at the back
Yes.
seat. I just say my
Where is
remind.
he? I can't
Yes.
see him. He's not
Man of
here. Oh.
prestige.
Man of
Uh,
Prestige is not in the studio. He's not.
No, no. What he's trying to say is the confidence of a man is priceless. You know what I mean? So I understand what he's trying to say about that or that side of Odogu. So
Odogu from okay.
and
Odogu
yeah,
from out or Odogu
yeah, Odogu
for
for me.
from out.
I don't know. Yeah,
Broke
Odogu
Odogu.
from
Is it
no
broke
no
Odogu we're talking
personality.
about?
No, 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 no. He's talking about Odogu in respect. That's what
Yes.
he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Don. Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you very
That's
much.
that's what one mommy was saying. I agree. I
Okay,
agree.
so he's talking about respect in terms of,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's
you're the
respecting the
king.
man. Okay,
Yes.
as
Yeah,
the
like he's
okay.
trying to say he's the king. Yeah, not in terms of bread or any
Okay,
other
it's
thing.
finances we were talking about before, but that's all right. I get the point. All right, thank you. I get it. I got it. Okay. Let me go to Brother Patrick and then I come to Harriet. There's Mama R. Oh my God. Okay, Brother Patrick. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Please unmute yourself, guys. Please give us a thumbs up whether you are Odogu or you are not an Odogu. Everybody should be respected. Me, I believe strongly that respect should be reciprocal.
Thank
Very,
you, man.
very important.
Thank you,
Harriet.
man.
Harriet, unmute yourself.
Hello, Antigone. Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Welcome.
Good evening. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Oh, this is such an emotive topic, I think, for in a lot of
Your
households.
voice is very faint. Do you mind moving close to your device so we can hear you?
Okay, let me try. Is that better at all, or no?
Ah,
It's still very faint though, but go ahead.
So
Are you using a Bluetooth?
yeah, so I just took myself off the
Okay, that's much
of my
better.
earpiece. Is it
That's
better
better.
now?
Yeah,
Okay. So I
go
was just
ahead.
saying that this topic is such an emotive one. I've seen it discussed in several forums, and every time like it's so device like the way people will handle it. And I think sometimes we come from, our perspective will be dependent on our own personal experiences or the experience of those around us. I think 50-50 is something that I'm not sure I heard of until I started to live abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And in all the years that I've been here, throughout that time, we've kind of gone back and forth on that 50 on how we divide our finances. And I completely agree with you in what you say, that if you care about somebody, it's not even a conversation. To me, I don't think it's a conversation that even needs to cause problems. Like, it should be so obvious that if I'm earning a lot more than my husband for whatever reason, we shouldn't be debating who is going to pay more. Like, if things need to be done, we should do it in proportion of how our pay is. So I grew up in a family where my father took care of 90% of everything, and my mom contributed her own quota as well.
Right.
But I feel like he also had a lot of, controlling behavior in that relationship as well. And I kind of gathered from that I probably shouldn't declare all of my income. But as the other lady said, when somebody resets your thinking, reorientates you, like somebody loves you to an extent that when you were the 90% earner and I was living the baby girl life, I literally had a period of maybe a year where I did nothing, and I was probably living better than people who were going out and really working hard and stuff like that. So it makes no sense to me. Like, you have to be a different category of evil to then come into a place where maybe you're earning more and you decide, no, actually, we're going to continue to somehow find a way to live off only, the other person's income. And I personally, I like the good things of life. So I'm not going to stay and be trying to fit all of our day-to-day expenses into one, potentially tiny income, when we could be living much, much, more comfortable and better if we combine the income and we balance it in a way that everything still gets done and nobody's left out of pocket. So I think sometimes it boils down to how we value the people that we're in relationship with. I know that one of the things that can impact that is, and if I'm being honest, even in my personal situation, I know that men have a certain ego about them, where even if you as as a wife, as a woman, as a female is earning more, that ego makes them to start to say, if you say, oh, I'm going to pay for this, or I'm going to do like some people can't, like they just can't take it. Like they don't know how to handle that. Like, do I say
Let,
thank you? Then if I say thank you, what does that
let
mean? Does that
me,
mean I'm no longer a man? I mean, what are you trying to prove? Okay, so now you have money. And even when you say stuff that you probably would have said anyway,
yeah,
it then goes back to, so it's because we are now doing it 50-50, or we're even doing it 80-20, or whatever,
yeah.
the ratio is. And that in itself can then breed problems that were never in that relationship. And, that snowballs into bigger issues going down
Let
the
me,
line. So I think
this
for,
ego thing that
yeah,
one mommy was talking about, is it only Nigerian men, especially African men in generally, or and mostly Nigerian men? Is it only Nigerian men that have egos?
I don't think
Or
so.
is
But I
it
think
is it higher? Or is it more display? Is it more
yeah,
on
I think,
display?
sorry to interrupt. I think culturally, in our culture, because the men take care of things and your manhood, in essence, is attached to your ability to provide
Mhm.
culturally. So
Yeah.
it's more obvious. Like men are owners, they're heads. Like when it comes to our African culture, like you're the head of the house. When you go to marry, you're the one who marries your wife. You're not, your wife doesn't propose to you. Your children bear your name. Like that's not a debatable thing in our African cultures. Different cultures will have, their own different stuff. But I think because of that, um, the way that our culture is structured, it's more obvious with an African man. That ego is more pronounced there, and it becomes difficult. And I think the other thing is sometimes some of the things that then cause problems is, if I'm being honest, as a female, you might start to think that, if I'm doing 50% of this running the household thing, I think you should be doing 50% of, what is a traditional female role. And maybe how they then approach it is not the best way to have approached it. Because whether or not you're doing 50-50, to be honest, if you live abroad, as everyone else has said, we all need to chip in for this life to just make sense. Otherwise, somebody will end up, just losing. They'll get frustrated and depressed and just tired, from having to do it all by themselves. And if that layer then comes, on top of it, and you need to approach your partner, whether they're a husband, a wife approaching her husband, or husband approaching the wife to say, I think I need some help with this aspect. So if wife is saying, we've got 2 kids, in the morning when we get ready, I think you should take on baby A as your duty. Like you're not helping, in the morning, it's my job to get this child ready, and your wife will get that child ready. And that way everyone can get to work and without anyone burning out or being stressed out. But some men, again, back to the ego thing, they just can't, it's just like, how and why should I have to do that? So I think if everyone cares for each other and we're respectful of each other as individual humans, then we'll always be ready to listen out. Some people may not realize it, like they're lovely people, but they've not really thought about it, that if my wife is going out the same way as I am and she's contributing to this household regardless of the ratio, then I should be doing stuff in the house and not even terming it as helping my wife. You're just
Yeah.
doing adult things that
Absolutely.
is needed for the house to run. So that way you don't
Mhm.
feel like it's demasculinizing you. You're just being an adult. That's it, really. So
Right.
thank you so much for having me on stage and, allowing me to speak today. I think it's a very interesting topic.
Thank you very much, Harriet. I thoroughly appreciate you. And you have very feminine energy, if I can say that. Am I right? Is that not feminine? Is that feminine enough? Oh Jesus. It's very, very feminine. Okay, Bra Patrick, welcome.
Hey, Auntie B,
Hi.
I'm glad Eris spoke before I spoke.
Yeah.
She really nailed it. She used the right word. She's very quiet.
Yeah, she's feminine.
Yeah,
She has the
yeah,
energy.
yeah. Before I speak, let me have Uncle Ben, 70-year-old man, where they argue with women. Incident there.
Brother Ben. Brother Ben, Brother Ben is fighting on behalf of his brotherhood.
I
His,
uncle Auntie
his
B.
brotherhood is representing brotherhood and fighting for his brotherhood. It's not even about him.
I
He's an
understand.
activist on behalf of brotherhood.
70-year-old man, what came to my mind is, Auntie B helped Ben to interpret that.
Hmm.
When a woman tells you, say, honey, not today. You know what I mean? That's what Ben will be receiving. When he continue to argue with women, they will tell her and the other will say, uncle, not today. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have really spoken well, Auntie B. And
Yeah.
thank God for Harriet. She really spoke my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you. Auntie B, when it comes to marriage, you are building a family. Yes, I'm going to take it that way. I've
Yeah.
always been using the word multiplier effect.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have not even spoken about when the kids are going to college, when it's going to when you're going to commit a large sum of money to college,
Yeah.
you've not even spoken about that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm going to say it has to do with responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And how you guys value your own relationship, how you intend to build your family. It's not about 50-50. I'm going to give you an example. When I came to America, the first job I did, I cannot forget, I worked with Old Navy. I was being paid $8 for the first cent. Auntie B, I couldn't buy a car then. You are laughing. I
Show.
couldn't buy a
Would you
car.
Tirito?
Listen, I was staying with my brother. They have 2 kids. We just came. And my brother
Hmm.
just told me that he has to move. He has to move. He gave us 11 days. I, I applied in an apartment. I don't even have money. So at the apartment, and I was doing part-time job. I don't have money to buy a car, to go to other long places. I applied for apartment. They check, America, this you are doing part-time job, you can't give you apartment. I said, I will pay. They said, you have a reference. I put one of my pastor, a white man. The pastor said, this man is a responsible man. Patrick, if you owe, we will pay. I said, what? He said, if you owe, we'll pay. Auntie B, they call my job. They said, Patrick is doing part-time. I said, I went to the lady, said, they call your job. They said, you are doing part-time. Auntie B, I just started. They called me. They said, Patrick, come and receive your key. I said, come and receive my key. I said, they gave me 11 days. I went to pick up my key. So I want to brag. I do as a Nigerian. I say, can you tell me how much I'll be paying next month? I don't even have enough. I moved in on the 16th, which is the half of the month. I've already paid deposit. So I said, give me give me the invoice of how much I'm paying next month. Meanwhile, monthly then was $500 for an apartment. The lady now wrote the invoice. He said $200. I said, I give it back to her. I said, you wrote $200. I said, Patrick, you came in when they were doing promo. That means you have 1 month off. I said, what? Auntie B, when I got home, my wife was just dancing. She said, what? That was where my breakthrough started. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
That
We're
was
hearing you,
what
sir.
was what my breakthrough started.
Mm.
Somebody that was doing part-time, that doesn't have one more money. Auntie B, the church never paid for my house rent. I was the one paying.
Of course,
Yes,
they knew you're somebody with integrity that you will pay.
yes, I
Mm.
paid. And you know what happened? It got to a time that when I don't have enough money, they know me in my bank. When I don't have enough money, I will go to the bank, say, bank. They say, Patrick, I talk now. Everybody know I go there, I laugh with them. The man from Africa. I was in school. At least I was in school. I was in school. I was working. So I tell them, they build in America, where I was, all of them are all white. When you come from Africa with my strong accent there, they think this one doesn't know how to write. Listen at me.
Brother who said he's very proud of his accent. He said that is one of his. I say it's my identity.
You never laugh. So they said, when I get there, say, can you sign? I said, no, I can't sign. They help me sign to collect my money. So I just went there one day. One of the ladies was a teller. She was my classmate. She just said, Patrick. I said, oh my God, I got busted. This how you know, I was a very nice guy. He's my classmate in college. I said, oh my God. He said, Patrick, you are busted. So I know the bank manager. So Auntie B, when the month is due, they will send, I'm supposed to pay. I'll write a check. I will go to the bank manager and say, bank manager, please, my check is coming. Charge me $30, but don't return it. Because if you return it to the apartment office, that means double charge. And after I did that 3 times, this man is not responsible. They can kick me out.
Yeah.
That was how God just helped me to survive.
Right.
Are we getting it?
Were you married that time?
I said I have 2 kids. I just moved from Nigeria. I don't...
Wow.
Do you think
Wow.
America, people don't understand. When you see me riding big car now, having a family with how they think, you just started. You have to be responsible.
Yeah.
With 2 kids, my wife couldn't work there.
Hmm.
2 small kids. We don't
Yeah.
have money for daycare. And it got when the kid become 2, 3 years old, the wife begin to do third shift. I was doing second shift there. Before God just helped us, we were able to move, buy a house, do everything.
So you
So
are saying that it's a process.
life, I'm just saying this so that those people that are jackpot that comes
Mm.
there will know that Auntie B in America, even in London, if you're on a wheelchair and you are owing on a wheelchair, if you don't pay, they will collect the wheelchair.
They will come and drag
They say
you. They will send you bailiff. Here, they will send bailiff to your house.
Auntie B, I beg Baba. Now beg Baba landlord no day for America. You not go even see your Baba
I
landlord.
beg NEPA no day. Mm.
So Auntie B, it's not all about this 50-50 or whatever. You have to be responsible and you know that you are building a family. Are
Absolutely.
you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
So we started from somewhere. It's not as if we went to Nigeria we came here and my wife, we came together. But when we
Right.
came here and say, oh my God, thank God that my brother allowed us in. We stayed with him maybe 6 months or so. And when he said he was moving, I can't move with him like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And within 11 days, the way God turned it, God was teaching me something.
Right.
The way God turned everything around, within 11 days, I was able to acquire apartment. He gave us a bed. You know one thing? There's a guy living where he's a pilot. He buys car, he repair car. He calls me neighbor, say, neighbor, come and help me to push this car. He said, what man, I just told you I want to move. He said, you have a car? I said, no. He just gave me a key. Use my truck. My brother said, what do you mean? Do you know this guy? I said, I don't. He's my neighbor. I don't even know his name. That was what I used to move.
Hmm.
So
So all these people that are talking about 50-50 or somebody not, agreeing to pay a contribution, and the Odogu that are going to Nigeria to marry and lie about their circumstances.
let me quote Harriet. As he
Hmm.
talked about culture. He said your
Hmm.
manhood is attached to your ability to provide.
Hmm.
So that is part of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Our manhood is attached to our ability to provide. I put
Mm-hmm.
it this way: you have to be a responsible man and a
But
responsible
traditional
woman.
men, when it comes to that, they don't remember that they are traditional men. No. When it comes to
Auntie B,
money, they
Auntie
forget
B,
tradition.
Auntie B. That's
Mm.
what I'm saying. You have to be a responsible man and a responsible woman.
Mm.
If you cannot do that, if your children are going to college is not $2, $50, Auntie B.
Of
You
course,
want
I
you
know.
want your children to be medical doctor, to be
Mm.
engineer.
Mm.
Even when they get scholarship, we still have to give them money.
Of
I
course.
am paying for my daughter's apartment. My friend was telling me he's paying 2,500 every month for her daughter, even though she has a scholarship.
Yeah.
It's all
So
about being
about
responsible.
being
Auntie,
responsible
Auntie
and
B,
leading by example as the head of the
yes,
family. If you are
these
a man,
children, they even
it's
learn
not you
from
say
you.
you are odogu. You say you are odogu. You say you have ego. You have ego, but the ego not translate to money. It's all about respect. Abi.
Auntie B, some men, they take pride in collecting their wife. check.
I,
That is an
I,
irresponsible. Auntie B,
I
if
will.
you know they give what tax something in America. If you are a man that you're when they giving tax every year, they pay to your account, you are an irresponsible man.
mm,
Your
God
woman
bless
will
you.
not respect you. They will not. They will. If I think you are taking advantage, she will not respect you.
mm,
It's all about respect. Respect yourself and being responsible. And one other thing, your children will take after you. They are looking at, and if they didn't take after you, they are, we are in different generation. They are watching what is going on. They will
mhm,
deal with you in the future.
mhm.
By the time your children, you don't take care of them. By the time they can take care of, they get student loan, they are taking care of themselves. You are a useless man. Now their mother and they go face anti-B because they know that their mother has tried.
Their mother will go and do omugo and leave you when you are old.
Yes.
Is that omugo that she will stay 3 years? She won't come back. She will not see one white man and pack and follow. Like we
Yes,
were
and
talking yesterday.
to be let's be realistic, let's balance everything. For a
Oh
responsible woman,
dear.
you must help your husband if you see that the man is trying.
Of
Thank
course.
you. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Brother Patrick.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
I
you
do.
must help your husband. Don't say this man like let's be realistic. Some women they believe the man will carry the whole load.
Mm,
No.
mm,
Some men may not
mm,
talk, but you have to
mm.
be there to assist. That's why you are an helpmate.
Yeah,
A
I'm
good
not saying to give
absolutely.
us. That's why you are an helpmate.
Yeah. Thank you, Brother
Yes, it's
Patrick.
not easy in America.
Mm.
Like I said, it's not easy.
They won't take load to kill people for here.
Who send on a message? Anybody send on that? No one say me igbe. No one say on a biodogu. No be you say you biodogu.
I
And the
I
big,
know, I know. Like that's why I say you have to respect yourself.
yeah.
If my wife is paying her bills, what's it called? All the bills at Macy's and everything, I'll just waiting concern me. I'll pay my own. I
Another reason why, let me tell you another reason, Brother Patrick, before I let you go. Another reason why a lot of women don't like, I'm not for women who don't like to contribute to their household, like you said, is building a family. But some men in the abroad give their money to side chicks. So
That's
if you
an
are giving your money to
irresponsible
side
man now.
chick,
If
Ah,
you know that man, that's an irresponsible man
Abby,
now.
if
Auntie
you are giving
B.
your money to side chick, you are sending money to women you meet on Facebook, you are sending money to women in Nigeria that you
Ah,
are promising to go and visit, then you expect her to give you to be. So there are things that people. This is I think this is one of the things that film girl was trying to say.
And to
There's
be,
are things
so
that you do that will make it for some women their heart is hardened
yes,
because
you
of
go
the way
know
you
that
treated
you
them.
go know now. You go know now. So that is an irresponsible man. You know
Yeah.
them now. And women,
Mm-hmm.
their wife, they know. Then they catch them.
Mm-hmm.
So you go know. See this one, no be like, you go know now. You go to build your own future too. See this one, no, no,
Exactly.
no,
yeah.
So the
no.
family is already fractured,
Yes, that's what we are
unfortunately.
talking about. Now, but if you are building a good home,
Yeah.
you want your children to be good, to get married. You want to be there. Auntie B.
Mm-hmm.
Not be you want America enjoy. You know what mistake people are making. Two heads are better than one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
let me be frank with you, Auntie B. God bless women in a special way, even with
Mm-hmm.
jobs
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Most of
Mm-hmm.
my friends at work are women. Oh, big
Mm-hmm.
women are there. Let me tell you, the last time I went to Israel, it was my wife that bought five good leather purses for women at my work. Because those are the people fending for me there. These are my children that know everybody. I know they play with women.
And
Mm.
they have
My
money.
Yes, my wife even bought it. I said, buy it for them. I give it to them. Say, Patrick, we love you. You are a nice man. These are the
Mm.
women, paving way for me at work. I
Brother
know they play with
Bill,
them. Oh.
welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, Brother Patrick.
Thank you.
God has already blessed you. We know that already, and He will continue to bless your household. May they not
Amen.
listen.
Auntie B.
Like this generation, now they know. Some of us we know more than our elders. Our elders still has. There's a wisdom that comes with age. It's not all old people that are wise, obviously, but there's wisdom that comes with age and experience as well.
Yeah.
Ravi, you're joining from the Caribbean. Wow.
Auntie B,
Welcome.
Auntie B, let me
Yes.
just quickly say something in to support one critical point Uncle Patrick made there. You see
Mhm.
that income tax. I don't know if you guys have it in UK or maybe they have in Canada, but here in United States, we
No,
get
we don't.
tax refunds.
We
Okay,
don't have it.
we get tax refunds between February all the way to April. We receive tax refund, and for some family of two or like with family with 3 kids, they really get good income. So I just want to support what Brad Patrick said. Any man that is dragging that check with their wife, you are not supposed to be in our brotherhood. You are not supposed to be part of the Odogus. That
Mm.
check has brought a lot of bass goes in
Is it a
America.
lot of money?
Auntie B Owo Buruku. I remember,
Eh? We don't
yeah,
have it in the UK. Oh. They don't give us any tax. Oh.
Owo Buruku ni o.
You pay
Back,
your tax, you pay your tax. So they use it to run an
yes,
NHS. So
yeah. Back then, in I think till I became a nurse, we used to receive like 11,000 plus. And then even when I became a nurse and I'm running my business even till now. Me and my wife both agree that look, now me even tell my wife, if we fight together, you know, go get money. Make I cook my fight for my business, fight my own separately. So then my wife will file with the kids, and she still they get better money from
so
that
you
income
could pay
tax.
taxes and they give you some of it back.
Yes,
Ah.
women would they here, they fit testify. You
We don't
collect
get
better
any tax.
money.
Umba, Cynthia, we are in the UK here. Me, I've been here 18 years. I never seen one day. It doesn't exist here.
Owo buruku ni o.
Mm.
To support Brad Patrick, for me personally, I've been here 11 years now. I don't even they know when the money they enter account. It goes to my wife's account
So
anytime.
that one
No,
don't break marriages. It's broken some marriages and they've had problems
Jesus.
because of the tax refund.
Auntie B. If our brothers won't confess, they go tell a big fight. Oh, when it reach like this,
See if
serious
you are
fight.
moving. When I told you we should move, Shebi, you say you are not moving. Now you want to move because of tax refund. Okay.
Some men will even fight their wife to any length because of that tax refund. In fact, they go begin drag self. Some women go fight before husband no that rubbish. Some husband go don't fight before wife no. So now big fight. But like Uncle Patrick said, a man who wants to be respected, a man who truly loves his wife and knows that this woman deserves at least something on her own. You are not supposed to be dragging that check with your wife. Good women will receive that check and they will still spend the whole thing back in the house. That's what a lot of women where I know here do. All those working class, the good ones, they go get the check. They'll even tell you, babe, that money don't enter. See how much it be. Before you know it, una go still spend the money, fix so many things. In fact, if you own a home, like for me, anytime the money come, my wife will just say, babe, what do we want fix for house? Madam, we need to fix this one, fix that one. We'll spend it there. The money will still remain. She will buy almost everything. And to her credit, she doesn't even spend it anyhow. She an accountant. As she spend that, she go the list. And me, I don't even care anyway because I don't need them. But I realize that for men who don't drag that check with their wife in the first place, you have already respected yourself. Because it is one thing to expect women to respect you, and it is another thing for you to create that avenue where she can actually respect you for what you can trade off. So
Right.
trading off income tax is one big deal. And God bless Patrick for pointing that out.
Okay, thank you very much for that, for clarifying that. So I understand it's not everybody that gets it. Some people are saying they pay back. I think it depends on your income. That's fine. We're not here to debate that. Brad
Yeah.
Patrick just brought that up that if you do get it, don't drag it with your wife as an odogu. If you say you're an odogu, don't do things that odogu do. Don't be odogu for mouth. That's the point.
Auntie B, no, may I quickly drop this for those people that say they pay back. The people that pay back, two things happens. Either you work plenty overtime, and when it is time for you to file your taxes, you go to all this HR block or people who don't really know much about filing taxes. If you have a very good tax man or woman, they know things that they will put into your taxes when they are filing, because you are supposed to account for all your expenditures. So some of them already know the items they will include, and you will get a very good tax return, or at worst, if you are not getting tax return, you won't pay back. For me, for instance, now, I've said this several times, I don't work overtime because I have people I did learn. I have people who have taught me how the tax system works and the benefit you get if you have an NLC or you have a DBA, So if you have a business you are running, most of the times you can hide many of those things under your business and you don't have to pay back. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Brad Ben. Moving on quickly, we've done 2 hours again today. I don't want to stay here for 3 hours because that's going to be too much for me. So I'm going to end now. I'm going to go to Dikbo, then I'll come to Mama How, then we end. Dikbo, welcome. Long time no see. How are you? Please unmute yourself. You've jumped off, Dikbo. Whoa. Okay, Mama R, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello,
can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Welcome.
Okay. I'm not going to take time. This is it's going to be it's just quickly 2 sides, right? So for the Odogu Igwe people, no problem. I don't have problem with Odogu. But they forget to, it's good to know your history. The Odogus of our great grandfathers, they were polygamists. They married so many women, and with those women came their grandchildren, the extended family. So the Odogus of those days, at least in Igbo land, you are known by your yam barn. So you have a yam barn that will take care of 4 wives, 20 children, and all the other in-laws that are there.
Wealth. Yam band
that is wealth. Yeah, that's wealth. And by the way, they want their woman to be doing snaking. The women were doing snake in the monkey shadow back then. You know why? Because they had other wives. They were people that were sharing responsibilities. So you get. Now in 2024, you want a woman to do snake in the moreka, to be doing snake in the monkey shadow. After working how many hours, you did not provide her house, what do you call this? Cleaner or maid. There's something you call a shimeshi apamaka. That is people that make food and bring to you. If you want to be Odogu, please get those people. I will never complain. So that your wife can come and be doing a snake in the monkey shadow for you. So you get. Yeah. That is what they want. They say they want a woman, a lady in the kitchen, and what did they say? A woman in the church, and then a woman, and then a Nicki Minaj in the bedroom. Really? No problem. We want to be Odogu. Please just make sure you bring Odogu qualities.
What are the qualities of Odogu? Apart from
one of the most, I'm telling you, I know it's going to sound shallow. Bring the money. Very simple. You want a Nicki Minaj looking woman, please pay for the body. Joe. You want a snake in the monkey shadow, somebody, get a shimeshi apamapa. Somebody that will be cooking and be bringing the food. That is it. It's not a very hard something. So you get. So I don't have problem. I don't have a problem. You have your rules, and so they want the benefits of their grandfathers, of their great grandfathers,
but
and
not
the
responsibility.
But not the it's not possible, uncle. Choose your. You be like Obi Kubana. Do you see his wife complaining? No, he's an Odogu. She's not complaining. So,
but they said one mommy said Odogu is just his ego.
His ego. But sorry, I'm sorry to sound selfish. I'm sorry. If you are don't, I'm sorry, but you cannot be a poor person and have too much ego.
Mama, why are you like this now?
No, I'm so sorry. No,
I thought you were nice.
I'm not being. Hey, I know. I'm not sounding like a good person, but I'm sorry. If you please, bro, if you don't have money, please just keep your ego in your pocket. Don't throw
Are you saying that Are you
Eh,
saying that if you don't have money, you don't
just
deserve respect?
you deserve respect, but you will also there is a way you will deserve the respect. Sure, you get. You cannot be requiring champagne, and all you have is coke money. Sure, you get. So I will give you the champagne, but there's a way you ask me for it that I will give it to you. Sure, you get. So Benny, is it.
Hey, Bami, oh.
You see it.
Mama, I didn't
I'm
know you're a
sorry.
comedian. You mean
Uh,
business today, oh.
I
You're
am not
even
being.
doing your voice like one exotic woman
I
so that
There
you
you
can
see it. Oh,
express this.
there you see it. That is how I feel. Sure, you get, because my own husband, yes, he's an Odogu, but he knows how to get. I mean, he's obviously. I don't deal with poverty people, but when we started, he did, like, we were from not, like, he had lost his job and everything. He has pride, but there's a way. I don't know how to put it, but there's a way you behave. It's not as if a woman cannot give you something, but it's your attitude. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You have to have a good attitude when you
Right.
don't have something. Have a good
Don't be
attitude.
proud.
It,
Don't be broke
don't
and proud at
don't
the
be
same time.
priding. Don't be priding and your account is red and you're living on credit card. No, I cannot respect. I'm so sorry. We cannot go together. Sure, you get.
Can't you help to
So
pay off the credit card bese?
that is it. We cannot do like that. No, we are not really on that level. So,
Why?
like,
Is that, are you not a wife? Is that not
I'm
your
a
job?
wife. Hello. I'm a wife, but I contribute. There's no, I have no, like I said, because of the man I married, we have understanding. Sure, you
Right.
get. So I don't have a problem contributing. I glad, because it's my family. I don't spend much money. I gladly contribute. But you have to respect. There's a way, there's a level of respect. And then
So
coming to the, then coming to the to the woman's side, right?
yeah.
As a woman, also, you also have to let your husband trust you, right? You can't be somebody that your husband cannot leave his card with. Sure, you get. And
Mm.
you can't, like, your husband cannot tell you how much he's making, because if he tells you how much he's making, let's say he says he's making $5,000 a month, you tell him that you want to go and buy what is the name of this thing that America? You want to go and buy red bottle when he's making $5,000 a month. That's not going to work. So it is mutual. It's mutual respect. Sure, you get. So if you want to be Odogu, please be Odogu, but please have the money for Odogu. That's where it starts. That's where you have a Igberaga. You say, no, sorry, Odogu starts from money. Yes, it's controversial. I'm not a feminist. I don't care. Odogu starts from money.
So there's no broke
Period.
odogu. No broke
No,
odogu.
no. You are not an Odogu. If you don't have money, please, sir, go and get money first. Then we have a conversation about your Odogu status. That's it.
Amarinko.
I
Amarinko.
Emma Binu, I'm sorry. That's why I say I'm not a feminist. Sure, you get. I'm a realist. And
Okay.
I'm a deep down an Igbo woman. It starts with money first.
Right. Hmm.
That's it.
Igbo women.
I'm,
Igbo
I'm
woman like
sorry.
money. We
I'm
don't play
sorry.
with money.
I love
What
money,
about
but
love? What about
see,
love?
see, I love.
Love does not cover all these problems.
Just relax, Farabali. Be cautious. Calm yourself down. It's not like that.
Oh my
Love
God.
is important. Love is important, but of course, you don't let money control you. But people fail to understand the number one cause of divorce in this America is finances. So you and your partner need to be on the same page in finances. You have to be on the same page. I'm so sorry. Even if you're a spender, you're a saver, you have to both determine, okay, what is our goal for the next 10 years? How do we want to retire? How do we want to spend money? We are going to be on a budget. There, you have to have a vision of what you're going to do. Sure, you get. But like I said, don't don't start bragging.
Don't be priding.
Don't be priding, Eshe. Don't be priding if you don't have money. Calm down first.
Hey, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
I
Thank
see.
you very much. Thanks for making us laugh, Mama. I didn't know you are a comedian. You brought out the comedy in you today. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Oh my God. Mama Al has defined Odogu for us. So he said, mommy, other one you are saying that you have ego, you have Odogu, Odogu. He said, get money first before we will confer the title of the Odogu on you. Okay. Dikbo, okay, I'm running up now. Welcome.
Auntie B.
Hey,
Hey,
troublemaker.
Kilo
Hmm.
Shele, what's going on, man?
I'm all right, though. Long time.
Long time, I know, I know.
Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm not here to stress you today. Don't worry, don't worry.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Oh dear.
I caught the show late, so I can't really comment. But I agree with what the woman said. You know, you can't be broke and have an ego. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You got to
But
humble yourself when you're down.
you know the funny thing though, Dikbo, it is the broke men that have the biggest ego. I don't know, ladies, do you agree with me or am I wrong? Although guys that are doing well don't have such big ego. They don't. The broke ones are always the ones that are insecure, and that's why a lot of women are saying, you know what, we don't want to mess with you guys because you are insecure, you have big ego on top of
I
zero bank
mean,
account.
generally, right? Men have egos,
Check
right?
the comment section. Broke guys, big egos. Broke guys, big egos. See, I'm right. Okay, go ahead.
So generally men do have egos. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's men in general. They are prideful, they will kill for being disrespected. That's ego. You know, they attain a little bit of position of power, they flex. It's all ego. So men do have egos. But yeah, I agree. I said, if you are broke, if you don't have, you need to humble yourself to have, and then you can flex. But you can't be flexing when she's supporting you. It doesn't make any sense. Or you're
Mm-hmm.
flexing when you don't have anything. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what is it backed by? So,
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah,
What about the ones that go to Nigeria to marry and they don't really present themselves to the woman they want to marry the way they are, like they lie about their income and their
yeah, I
status?
think that is fraud. First of all, I don't support going to Nigeria bringing your wife here. You
Me
know,
too.
I think with that, you don't know what you're getting for one, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't know what you're getting. For the most part, you guys, you think you're in love, but you're really not in love. You're in love with the idea of what the person is. The
Yeah.
idea, it's not real,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But you can live with someone and still not fully know the person. Not to talk of somebody in Nigeria that you are not really fighting. You are saying I love you. Yeah, it's not real. So when they now come here and you start living with people, because when you start living with someone, it's a totally different person. You start to say, I really can't stand this person. This person is very dirty. They're very, they have a problem. So they come here, they now see they're not really compatible. And,
Mm-hmm.
it always ends up bad. Now, I've seen some that they're still going strong till today. Some of them get lucky, but me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I would never advise someone to go bring somebody from back home here because you don't know what you're getting.
True. I agree. I agree. Ben, you left. Have you, or do you want to run the show up for us? What happened? At some point, your internet started shaking, shaking, shaking. Sure, you now understand now. Do you get it? Brother Ben, you are the one that is standing from brotherhood. You now know. A man like you, Dikbo, has already, first of all, Mama House told us what Odogu is. So we now know who the real Odogu are. You can't be broke and you are proud. You are prouding. There's no priding for you. you need to you need to calm down. Humble yourself. Okay? Yeah. Because I've discovered, that broke people are always very proud. I don't know why. It's just something. It's also always trying to, it's a complex thing, I think. Before you say anything, are you trying to? Is it because? What are you trying to do? Is it because? So that's why a lot of women are like, you constantly need to be reassuring them, making them feel secure, making them feel like, oh, you don't know, I didn't mean that. Oh, it's too much work. Too much. Anyway, thank you so much, Dikbo. Lovely to hear from you. And thanks for not stressing me.
Yeah, likewise, man. Don't worry,
Take
don't worry. The
care.
day I'll stress you is coming. Not today, do not today.
I trust you. I trust you on that,
No,
100%.
but for the most part, what I heard, I agree. I came in really late,
Yeah,
so for the most part, what I've heard so far, like I agree with. So yeah,
yeah.
it's all
Okay,
good.
take care.
All right, thank you. Take care. Bye.
All right, bro. Thank you. All right, Valerie. I'm ending now. You got 2 minutes.
Okay. Hi, Auntie B.
Hi, darling.
I would say I'm a baby in marriage. I've been married for like 2 years plus, and
Uh,
I would say there's some things I've learned. Number one is not to whatever your parents' marriage looked like, put that behind you. Because I know one of the biggest thing is like, for example, let's say your mom used to do, the husband's mother used to do something, and then now you expect your wife to do it. It's like just take that out of your mind. Like you're starting a whole new chapter of your life. And then number two, I think a lot of people forget about like finding joy in marriage is very important. So I don't know, I feel like everyone just overthinks the process, forgetting that you married your friends and that you should
mm,
keep laughter in your marriage. The whole, like, it
mm,
should be lighthearted. I think all these things, all this advice we've gotten are very important, but I think people forget that you should laugh with your spouse. And I
mm.
think that even helps. Like, the world is already stressful outside. You shouldn't come home to a war every day.
Yeah, we're talking
So,
money today. That's why we're focusing on that. It's about money. The
okay, but
topic is
for me
about money.
with me, with
Mm,
money, I feel like it's 100 a 100. 50-50, I
mm,
don't even get. Like, there's going to be moments when your spouse is up, and then there's going to be a moment when your spouse is down. So you should always just help as much as you can. Because, for example, now, if you just think, okay, let me just keep my money to my pocket, you'll be on the streets. Or
mm.
you'll be on the streets, simple, especially in the US. Or another
Yeah.
situation I've seen a lot is that a lot of our men are working themselves to death. Like,
Mm,
our men are not living as long as they should because they're doing a lot trying to meet up with this life. So if you
yeah.
can take off the burden as much as you can, just do it if you love your spouse. So I don't know. I don't believe it.
Absolutely.
The argument of 50-50, I don't even get that one because I don't want to be homeless. Does the other person want to be homeless? So if it's a situation when you're going to be homeless, why are you talking about 50-50? Like, why is that an argument? I don't know. That's just my
Mm.
take on
All
TV.
right. Thank you very much, Valerie. It was a bit noisy in your background, but you got in finally. Okay. Precious, you have 2 minutes. I need to go. Welcome. What do you have to say? Unmute
Hello,
yourself.
hello, Auntie B. Hello, everyone. So quickly, what I wanted to say is that when people start to think about 50-50, whether it's financially or in any other way, you're not really leveraging the best part of or the best qualities of your partner because, like it or not, everybody cannot be the same in every single way. Like, we don't all have the same earning potential, we don't all have the same ability to like do housework or care for kids or even save or make investment decisions. We don't all have the same qualities and the same opportunity or the same time or the same threshold. So, like, isn't it better for you to think about, oh, well, I have a better earning potential. However, I think it doesn't make any sense that me and my partner, we are married and we are living two completely different lifestyles because we want to do 50-50. Example, somebody earns 100,000, another person earns 50,000, and then you want, oh, you bring 50% of your income, the other person bring 50% of their income. Now one person has 25,000 left to as
Yeah, we've given that
disposable.
example before. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
go
So
to your
so
point.
it's just, just try and think, oh, if we make these decisions, if we're saying, oh, this person does 50% of the housework, is one person more chronically tired than the other person? Or if one person brings does pays 50% of the bill, is are we living two different lifestyles? Is one person enjoying life better than the other person? Just think about how best can we all, leverage the best out of each other. We
Build a
don't have,
family.
yeah,
Yeah,
and make
building a
everybody
family.
happy. There's no point that, oh, because we all, you want your husband or your wife to work and bring this a certain amount, then somebody is now working two three jobs doing overtime, meanwhile you only have to work one job to make the same amount of money. It makes no
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Anyways,
Thank you.
yeah.
All right. Thanks for calling. Ngozi said something funny here. I wanted to read it out. She said, a woman once told me, make your man work a lot so he doesn't have money to spend on side chicks. Yeah, that's that. I don't know the kind of advice people give, but if he works too hard, that's a really bad advice. And if he's working too hard, if he doesn't have time to, he won't have time to spend on you as well. Work is going to take all his time. He will come home tired, and he can barely eat before he will fall asleep. It's going to affect intimacy. It's going to affect quality time. If one of your love languages, you know how Don said, love language is what you should be asking your partner these days. What's your love language? It's going to affect everything. You won't enjoy him. He's going to make money he cannot spend, and he's going to end up with some serious medical issues that you too you'll be regretting. So that's bad advice. I know you know that already, but I know it's not all the advice they give that people should take. It's really, really terrible advice people are giving these days. God have mercy. Okay, Ben,
Mhm.
welcome. We need to end.
Yeah. Yes, Auntie B, thank you for the privilege to round up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually going to work, but I pack already. So
Hey,
everybody
yeah,
has
Kelly.
said it all.
Mm.
Yeah, everybody has said it all. First of all, I want to thank my brothers who called in into the show and explain how things really work. And I want to thank my sisters, all Obodo fam, for not bashing us today, at least giving us that privilege to express our mind. So just to round up, I will use some of the techniques and other tools that man of prestige preach. It's very important that you know about emotional intelligence, and
Mm-hmm.
communication is key. This conversation today is not really about 50-50. It's
Mm-hmm.
about how do you guys make your marriage work? When it comes to finances, how do you contribute towards the household? And as men, my fellow gender, now we they get most of the wahala pass, to be honest. And I think it's because we don't communicate better. And just like I made reference to my sister Chidima's summation this morning, when men speak, women hear different thing, and sometimes when women speak, men hear a totally different thing. So, and as it comes down to finances, for those who are doing Odogwu, big boy, big ego no dey for America. You go collect if you no make better money. Let's just be honest. My thing have always been that make so much money, develop yourself, improve your skills, ask God to bless you so much that you don't even need your wife's money to live and take care of your family. Now,
Amen.
if you
Hallelujah.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's my own philosophy. If you make so much money, even though you are not a millionaire, but you are comfortable, you can pay all the bills and everything, you realize that if God bless you with a good woman, whatever she is contributing, you will appreciate it. You will see the value. I will use mine as a quick example. My wife contributes to the house every month now. Back then, when we are still struggling in the potopoto, the thing, they look towards it every month. But now, anytime the thing just comes, I don't even know say the money come at times. I'll just say it's like bonus. So the thing is, as men, we have to work, hustle, make money, and forget ego. In America or Western world generally, ego no they pay. Ego they destroy marriage at the end of the day. And if you feel like you are in a position whereby you are still within the 5 years gap and you are struggling, you don't know how to communicate to your wife so that she can help, or maybe your wife is the kind of selfish type that hang on to some of the silly things you've done in the past and she don't want to contribute. Get help. Look for older couples, experienced couples that can help you talk to her, and you to change your approach, change how you approach that. Lay it on the table. Let her know that you are drowning. Don't force it, because what men do mostly that I've seen is they force it. Bring your check. Let me see how much you want to bring. And this month, bring 2,000. Bring that. Women too, they have their own family and other people they want to take care of. So in the long run, teamwork is what works the best. So thank you very much, Auntie B. That's all I have to say, man.
Thank you. Really appreciate you, brother Ben in the building. Brotherhood prefect is the brotherhood prefect. Thank you so much. Really appreciate everybody for contributing and calling into the show. Amazing, amazing show. Have you had a good time? Did you enjoy the discussion? I hope we've learned one or two things. Please share this video, send it to people so they can learn. They are abroad. You will learn. You go learn. Like my Sierra Leone friend will say. You will learn. Whether you like it or not, you go learn. The abroad is not Nigeria. Oh. It's a different environment. And I pray for our brothers that God will bless you guys. God will bless you that, you will be a provider. You will not be a man or a husband in name only. I pray that the Lord will open the windows of heaven and rain down supernatural blessings upon you, that whatever you lay your hands to do will prosper. And I also pray that this land will favor you. Wherever you are in the abroad will favor you, our brothers and our uncles. I pray for all of you, because man when no get money, it get as it be. Oh. When you are so blessed, all these things no go be problem. You no go dey ask for respect. You no need to tell anybody I'm Odogu. Don't you know I'm Odogu? Don't you know you will respect me? Don't you know you will this? No. A king doesn't say I'm a king. No. I was having a conversation with two elderly gentlemen the other day, visiting from Nigeria. These ones are real Odogus, Odogus are not loud. That's why I told you that it's broke people that are always very proud. They are the ones who always demanding for respect. They don't only demand respect from their wife, they demand respect from every woman they meet. They compel you to respect them by force, even though their behavior does not elicit any respect. And we're talking about it, and I said something about you don't have to say you are. One of them, the man said to me, say, "Have you ever seen a millionaire saying I'm a millionaire?" I say, "It's true. They don't usually say it." They say, "Yeah." He say, "As a man, you don't need to prove that you're a man. It is what you do. It is what you do, your action. That's what says that you're a man." I say, "Hey, these are real Odogu. These are the real Odogu we are talking about." So that's why I pray that prayer for our brothers. It's very important for you as a man that you stand in that position as the head, not just the head in terms of leadership, but also a head in terms of responsibility. That submission that you're looking for, respect that you're looking for, it will just come naturally. I also want you guys not to relax. A lot of our brothers, I don't know, they're getting too laid back. People are relaxing. If you come here, you need to constantly be upscaling yourself. No relax. This is all I want to do. This is all I want to do. And just try, because it's not. You cannot just relax. You have to keep trying and keep trying. A woman, if you married a good woman, you chose well, and she sees that you are pulling your weight and you are trying and standing in your position, she will honor you, she will respect you, and she will join hands with you to build your family. What is most important is that you communicate. If you are struggling, like Braben, I know we were laughing a lot when he was talking about it yesterday. A lot of people are actually drowning in their own, they cannot make ends meet. You have to communicate. Open up, talk to your spouse. It's hard for me, please. Don't be proud. Don't be proud on top of nothing. Empty pockets. You never chop, you dey proud. Ha. I don't know. They say ego, ego, na get ego, na get ego. When you broke, you never shop. Ego go disappear. Oh. If you see person wey won't give you food, your ego no go fill your belly. Oh. I mean, I'm just going to end by saying that my number one policy and philosophy and mantra about marriage and relationship is do unto others as you want them to do. I will treat you the way I want you to treat me. Treat me the way you want me to treat you. Le baton. If I treat you how I want to be treated and you treat me how you want to be treated, we'll be happy. All these things will not be a problem. So understanding Lomara. Eshe Gonyo. Thank you very much, everybody. Give us a thumbs up. Please share this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so. 3 hours yesterday and almost 3 hours again today. The Lord is our strength. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Faith said it's a master class today. Yes. Faith, drop me a message on Instagram. DM me, okay? Somebody is crushing on you seriously here. Maybe we will have an obodooyinbo wedding. One day we'll have this obodooyinbo TV wedding. There's somebody crushing on you seriously here. This brother. Thank you, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. I appreciate you. God will bless each and every one of us. Aniwala son olórúkọ Jesu. In this land where we have come, we will eat the good of the land. The same way that God blessed the children of Israel and gave them the land to inherit. We will inherit this land. Our children will make us proud. We will eat the good of the land. Aniwala son. And we will be successful. And our success will also impact on our families back home. In Jesus' name. For everybody that is struggling today, I pray that the Lord will locate you. You'll find those jobs. If you are going to school, the Lord will give you wisdom. He will give you acceleration. Those who are stuck, some people are stuck. They don't even know what to do anymore. They are frustrated in the abroad. Iwájú ò ṣe é lọ, ẹ̀yìn ò ṣe é padà sí. I pray for everybody that is stuck today, that God will locate you. He will give you the desire of your heart. Don't give up. Oh. You see, my belief is that, the land that we've come to is flowing with milk and honey. And I believe that that honey and milk we will eat of it. Just trust God and keep working. Keep working and doing what you're supposed to do and trust God. And it will come to pass. You hear Brother Patrick sharing testimonies of how he came to the abroad and how things, started off. But today, the story is different. So as long as we stand and we do the right thing, two are better than one. Bible says that there is a recourse. You have a recourse for your labor. One will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. That's the difference. That's why all these people that are always talking about marriage negative, like they look and they laugh. That's what the Bible says. 1, 1,000, 2, 10,000. Can you see the difference? 9,000 difference. Marriage comes with blessing, but you need to marry well. Make sure you are married for the right reason. Marry the right person. Do your homework. Do your due diligence. Don't just jump and go and marry a stranger that you don't know. Friend the person. Date the person properly. Get to know each other. And then just trust God and take that leap of faith. Thank you very much. Good marriage exists. They do. May the Lord bless every one of us. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I think I'll be back on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday by His grace. I'll see you on Sunday nights. Bye, guys. Thank you.